mission begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers alike. Welcome to the Legends of Aedron ceremony. My name is Keni, and I am your DM daddy for the session and mini campaign. Was someone going to say something? No? Okay. Next to me is Xeno playing Alsark, the
Oh my god.
Wood Elf Ranger.
How you doing?
Down in that direction, not super down, but just down, we've got Foaly playing Gaius, the human monk.
Hello.
Directly below me is Grem playing Mobius and other variations of names in there if you want to just add them all in. It's a whole mixing pot.
Keni and Kailena and Kaiden and Kaidene.
Yep. A lot of
There's a lot there.
the Changeling Druid. And at the very bottom on the left, we've got Beardy playing Rosalyn, the Owl Harpy Cleric.
Yay.
Hello.
And at the very bottom under me is my bottom bitch, Skrewy, playing Seviril, the High Elf
I will always
Inquisitor.
be the bottom bitch for you, DM Daddy.
Thank you. You do know that bottom
Didn't
bitch
know.
is a really high, like...
That's a compliment.
It's a compliment, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
high
didn't know it
praise.
was going to be that sort of stream. No one told
Yeah.
me. I'd have...
It's always that
I
stream.
feel like it's always that kind of stream.
It's just a little bit.
Only when it burns.
I sure fucking hope not, but all right.
That's when you see your physician, Skrewy.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
what happened last time. So, in the
Yes.
very previous episode of the Legends of Aedron ceremony, the group of Edenites found their way, well, what should I say? They made their way through the Great Vale to set up camp in the night. Mobius was asked to perhaps join the Maleferans and set off in the morning to talk to Avon about all the things that had happened, where apologies were said, and, well, the mission will continue, but we'll see how it all ends in the end, just based on this unsure ground that everyone is walking on. Mistrust for Seviril is in high demand currently, and everyone's not quite sure how to take him. But the party is still together nonetheless.
On the topic of Severil's sword...
Yes.
Shit, I just realized how I phrased that. Sorry. No, did we ever give it back? Did
How's
you
it
ever
going
take
there?
it back? Or do
I
I
don't
still
think-
have it in my...
You probably
my
still
cloak.
have it.
No, several was given
I
a
give
sword
it
back.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
punched
okay.
him in the face and gave it back to him.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
That's unfortunate.
And then I cast Greater Magic Weapon on it.
Yeah, I said
Right
don't
away.
fuck up. Yeah, I said stop fucking up. Be smart, and then immediately went no.
It's it's like giving someone their shotgun back and being like,
Clack.
Anyways, the group made their
Shame.
way to Wittingen, where they were able to... Well, Mobius was able to meet someone who smelled familiar, I guess might be the best way to say it.
I don't know if it is the best way, but it's what we use.
Had familiar
Where we're at.
smells? It just gets worse the more I try.
Yeah, I'm not.
You met a kindly
smell
old
great.
lady who
I-
seems familiar. but not in the familiar sense as if you've known her. Anyways, after that little event, the group made their way deep into the forest to find the Temple of Mellifera, where they have come across a lot of people missing, it seems, from the temple, and people inside bickering, including An and Lua. And the session last time ended with Lua standing at the font, filled with honey of some strange origin, and An seeming very worried about that. And that is where we come back into the story today, opening our chapter back up to this legend. So, An turns back and sees Lua at the font. Lua, what are you doing? And there's silence in the air. Lua turns to the party, and she looks at Mobius from across the hall room, and just... she mouths something. Could you give me a perception check?
Okay.
Would I be able to see that from here?
All of you would.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
It's a 33 for me.
Okay,
23
nice.
for me.
Where are you, Seviril? There you are.
I don't know. Where are you right now, sir?
Where I am right next to.
That's a 27 for Alsark.
Oh, nice. And
That is a 35 from Gaius.
33 from Seviril.
Several Gaius and Mobius. You see Lua mouth, "I'm sorry."
Please don't.
Hmm.
She takes a half a step back and then a complete step as she submerges herself into the font.
What does that?
That's not
What
good,
is
right?
in there?
You see On rush to the font's edge, and for a moment, there's silence. And you
I
just
feel like that was a
hear
bad thing.
the
I think
sound
without saying
of
anything, I'm gonna
buzzing.
chase after.
I'm gonna follow right behind Mobius.
All right. Right when you get about to that point in the room, and I'll allow everyone else to kind of join up, the buzzing in the room gets louder and louder and louder. And it's almost deafening how loud it is. And you see On her arm is down in the honey, and it looks like she keeps trying to scoop Lua out. There's honey and goo coming out of the font.
Could I try and help her?
You can try.
Yeah, I realize it's probably futile, but it's a moment of panic.
As you rush up, I'm gonna have everyone roll into initiative.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oof.
That's
Not starting off strong, Alsark.
No.
nope.
I'm more concerned that several rolled high than that I rolled low.
I'd like to say I have a bunch of stuff for improved initiative, but even they can't keep up with my rolls.
No, it sure can't.
Oh, buddy.
You need a
Oh,
feat that gives you
man.
different fucking dice.
Just steal somebody else's roll. Steal whatever
No.
the highest roll.
You just roll d100s instead of d20s, so you get in the same range as everyone else.
No, it's just an ability that makes it so someone else has to roll for me.
Yes,
Screwy
like it.
has to.
It's like call someone off the street and
You
Nice.
phone a friend, you get some fucking
Yep.
lifelines.
So, here's what happens. As you reach on side and start digging your hands into this golden liquid of very sticky quality, honey, as your hands breach the surface, you see this body fly out, burst out of the honey, and they raise up into the air. And the person you knew as Lua, who had themselves visually looking like a high elf, she has this weird white albino-like chitinous skin, almost completely insect-like at this point. Her jaw peels back with odd teeth or mandibles of some kind, and her white milky eyes are replaced with these odd Xeno, give me the technical term for the eyes.
compound eyes.
Compound eyes. And it's not complete. There's still some of her rubbery skin exposed. What has happened to her doesn't look like it was meant to be, and it doesn't look correct. And she looks at all of you. And her expression is accusatory.
I don't know how to read a bee's. I guess Mobius does. That's fine. Those are some accusatory antennae. That's a bad twitch.
I won't stand for it again. I won't let your people destroy my family ever again. And she's pointing at Seviril and Alsark, very specifically pointing at the elves of the group.
Oh.
Fucking
Wait.
elves.
I mean, really.
Truly, we mean you no harm.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. I've seen so many people slaughtered because of your kind. And you come to our temple acting like you're here from some god's good graces. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. Your kind are never peaceful. You always take. You never share. You're the reason every person I've ever loved before this has died. Do you think I could excuse that?
Just give us a chance. That's all we
Why?
have.
Why should I?
Because we're not like that. I'm not like that.
He is. And she points to Seviril very directly with her weird insect appendage thing. Yes. She points at him, and you can see the members of the congregation start to shift, and they look uncomfortable. And they're watching all of you. Maybe perhaps not accusatorily, but there's distrust, there's hatred, there's malice behind so many different expressions in this room around you. Alsark, give me a perception check, please.
You got it.
Certainly. Oh, sorry.
Is your name
You said the
Alsark?
name of the show.
No, my name is not Alsark. My brain was just like ready for perception checks.
I did
That's an
not.
18.
That is an 18. Okay.
Not great.
You see Kel lean over and do something to Maru, but you're not exactly sure off the top of your head what that was. And I'm just gonna say the show's called Legends of Aedron Ceremony, not Check Please today, bitch. Different
Sorry.
show.
Sorry. I'll be in the well, I'm in the corner already. So. That's why the
Anyways,
acoustics are best. Gaius is going to turn to Rosalyn, and in that high, fluting Saerican, just ask the question: yes or no?
Just hold on just a few more seconds.
Well, if it comes to it.
Try to knock people out if it comes to it.
Understood.
We're not here to kill.
do any of you want to refute these claims other than Alsark?
I mean,
That elves are bad.
There was an accusatory a little bit too. Just all of you coming here as well.
was anything
Several's
untrue
gonna
said about
say-
Seviril? Sorry.
I am not here to kill you. I'm not here to kill anyone.
You've already killed me. That's a load of bullshit.
Lua, you can be better.
I already am.
We know you don't need to do this.
I do.
You're already
is the
so
gift.
strong. You're safe. Your family is safe.
Not until they're gone.
That can't happen.
Then we fight.
Wait, you mean gone like out of the building or gone like no more elves? Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're talking genocide.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, you know, that's that. Otherwise, it's fair. I mean, they
No,
can
you,
lie.
you understand from her tone that she very much so thinks that they all should fucking die.
Yeah.
You know,
They've been there
hashtag
themselves once.
relatable.
Gaius will switch back to Vilish and just sort of call across the hall. So is it just Alsark and Seviril you're wanting to kill, or all of us? Because I can just walk around. Rosalyn, do you want
The
to just
Edenites.
get out?
You can't. Unless you're going to tell the rest of yourselves to stop bothering us, I can't let you leave. I can't
I
let
sort of
anyone
feel like
leave.
We'd already come to the conclusion we were going to stop bothering you.
Then
And
why'd you
Gaius
come?
Gaius will look towards
To stop you from sacrificing
Mobius for that.
yourself. We were too late.
I didn't need to until you came.
I'm sorry.
I am too. And she flies forward. And, well, she attacks several.
I mean, fair. Like,
Fair.
Yeah, like absolutely.
I mean,
When someone's like, I'm not,
Not gonna
like
lie,
that, I'm like, kind of
Yeah.
provably false. I'm sorry.
yeah, deserved.
You know, as you do.
I didn't
Yeah.
come here to kill you. It was just extra credit.
Okay.
yeah, it's just a fucking bonus.
It was, yeah. Oh, I was going to say that, an added bonus, yeah.
That's just icing on the cake.
Hate it.
And we
Several.
need to kill you, but I think we need
Yes.
to kill someone.
I believe a 35 hits you, correct?
Let me make sure. There we go. Summer.
That is correct, Lou.
Ah, yes. I
Looks
am-
like it, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, you take 52 damage from
Okay.
one swing of this odd chitinous limb that rushes against you. And with the other swings of her limbs and her attempt to bite at your neck, you can tell that she is attempting to kill you.
Well. I take a moment to lean around as I'm getting struck. Lean and stare straight at Mobius. And give a kind of
What do I do?
They are not in a condition to be giving direction right now. They're in tears, just kind of panicking, looking around.
well, barring instruction, I will unfortunately have to default to my own
Please.
defense.
Please,
Darn.
please don't kill her.
Okay.
So,
And we have officially started combat. So, Several, you do in fact start.
Wonderful. First, we're going to start with a... Oh, what is this called?
I don't know. What
The
is it
judgment?
called?
It is called Judgment. And we're going to take healing. My apologies. Wasn't expecting so quickly. See.
man, I genuinely
and-
don't know what to do here. Fuck.
Yeah. Healing, justice, and protection.
Please burn the spell.
You got it. And use.
All right.
And that's a swift action, so I still have a full attack available to me.
Okay.
We are going to. Actually, we're gonna cast. Several doesn't want to kill them.
That's
So-
not a great way to
Okay.
talk about
That's not his goal. His goal isn't to just outright kill them. So he's going to cast.
I thought it was gonna be a butt there the way you said that. I was like,
Hmm.
No.
But you know,
No.
I got
Or
this
I'm not
magic
gonna come-
fireball in my pocket. That's supposed to be like.
I am not going to cast something to to kill. I'm not going to full attack just yet. We're gonna cast overwhelming presence.
Okay. And explain to the audience what that spell does, please.
I inspire incredible awe in those nearby.
Oh
If
my
the
god.
if that creature fails a save against this spell, they fall to the ground and prostrate themselves before me, believing it bows before a divine presence.
They prostate?
Prostrate.
Prostrate.
I'd like to cast Discover Prostate.
It's a powerful spell.
Funny.
Someone call it dark magic.
Okay. Well,
Love says some things for that.
cast the spell. Tell me what is the save.
DC 22. Will. Will.
Okay.
I feel like this might be more fucked than killing them in a way, but you followed instructions, so I can't fault you on it.
Yeah, I enjoy the making a Maleferan bow. to
Yeah,
someone.
right.
That's bow to
Portion
an
of the
Eden
bow,
worshipper.
and also
That's
think that you're Malifera, which is like a double whammy here.
Mostly it's just to stop them from attacking.
Yeah,
so
I
that
mean, like I said, you
allowing.
you followed the assignment. Or I
Definitely
can't
gonna
So-
de-escalate things. No problem.
Lua in front of you is unaffected. Her rage is too strong, and you
Okay.
can see the chitinous plating that has the in between sections between each one. It's like it vibrates and moves as it's expanding slowly in these moments. However, the woman past Lua,
Mm-hmm.
Tierna, she begins to bow. And you can see her body attempting to reject whatever this is. It goes against her will, but she can't stop it. And she prostrates?
There you go. Yep.
Prostrates in your direction.
What that was? How much damage? 52 you said? From the previous
Yes,
attack?
it was 52. Correct.
Okay. All right. 1, 0. There we go. Cool. Cool. And
If
by
it's any
chance of them
consolation,
having-
Kenny, if it's any consolation, this is why I had to stifle a giggle every time Petra said prostrate for a whole campaign.
aha.
I mean, it does sound like prostate.
Yes.
It does.
You
Dude,
can't blame
objectively.
me.
Yep.
One letter off.
So several. I'm gonna have to. Oh, they're a barbarian, so they're probably gonna have some. What do you call it? If I move away, they attacks of opportunity. So, oof. Am I allowed to with my character? I'm able to move travel domain dimensional hop. That's a move action, so I can move basically out of harm's way, correct? Without provoking?
Is that what it says?
I can teleport up to 10 feet per cleric level. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Look at that.
All right.
Okay, so we are gonna move up and out the way. And
Where will several appear?
several
With
is
this
going to appear
dimensional
up
hop.
here next to Mobius.
Okay. So, several these vines kind of wrap around you for a moment, and then it's almost as if the vines themselves slowly die, and almost as if go through an entire life cycle. And in front of Lua, they suddenly just crumble and are almost ashen dust. And she looks around confused, and she turns, and she sees you next to Mobius as whatever tree vines were currently putting you over there slowly dissolve next to you. And you just see her grit her teeth. And that's your turn, correct?
Correct. That's all my action economy.
All right. On looks at Mobius. I'm sorry. I don't have any more control over this.
That's all right.
I'm going to need a little bit of instruction here, Mobius.
She's
I promised
insane
you.
and erratic. Don't make her assumptions correct.
By your instruction.
Thank you.
And you see On is biting her lip as she moves a couple hands up, and she turns them, and you start to see this swarm of mosquitoes appear. And she looks over at you again, Mobius, and sighs. They'll never forgive me for this. And she sends the swarms against Lua.
Ooh.
Good choice.
The fuck?
We're gonna put a pin in that for a second. We're gonna come back to that. And these swarms go around Lua, and you see them start to attack her. And pretty much you see a bunch of mosquitoes attach themselves to her arms and start sucking her blood. And after they do so, and she keeps swatting at them, they kind of hover away a little bit, and she looks a little weaker after that. And with that, you see the congregation, what's left of the congregation, turn their gaze to On. And you can feel it in the air, this distrust. And Lua just looks at On and can only come out with, "Why? Why would you side with them? You know what they've done. You've seen what they've done to us. Why?" And On looks shocked by her own actions. Her hands are shaking, and she just looks at Lua and the rest of the followers of Mellifera and back at her hands. "This isn't the way it's supposed to be, though. We're not supposed to take the power this way." And you see a couple of them shift, at least most of them, who's definitely not prostrating themselves on the ground currently. You want the power for yourself, don't you, Honesty? And you kind of hear them murmuring a little bit. "That's it, isn't it? You're trying to keep it for yourself. That's why you wouldn't let any of us get close." And you see them shifting, and it appears that Honesty has made herself an enemy of the Hive. Next. Oh, did someone want to say something?
No, I just said, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. You see Kel standing close by to Maru. She's shifting nervously, and she looks at Alsark. And it looks like she doesn't know what to do. "Teacher? What?"
Just hold on. And Alsark raises a hand as he starts taking a rope out
Of his pouch.
Okay. It appears that Kel is refusing to currently fight. She's standing there shaking. Next up is Petunia. I've named everyone, bitch. So there is a half orc standing close to Tierna, the person who's prostrating themselves. And she looks over at Seviril and Honesty and Mobius. And she just looks like she's shifting her lower jaw for a bit. And then she looks back at the party near the entrance. Well, closer to the entrance. And she looks at Lua, and she nods. And all right. Several it is. She
Uh-oh.
hops over a pew and runs up to Several, and
Mm-hmm.
she takes out this warhammer and begins to swing it at you.
Okay.
There's one movement where she's coming up lower and swings it upwards. It misses. The second one misses. And she goes in for a third where she's aiming for your chest. And you get just kind of the air knocked out of you at the last moment. And you take 40 damage.
Oh shit. Okay. Goddamn.
Fucking half-orcs.
She's pretty tall. And she's raring to go to beat the shit out of you.
Wonderful.
If Lua says that you're to blame, who are we to judge? We wouldn't attack our own. And she looks at Honesty, eyes of hatred. And that is her turn. It goes on to Maru, who, as we've known previously, is Kel's maybe lover. It was a slight suggestion. And he looks at Kel, unsure, and then back at the situation. And he sighs, and he sticks his hands on the ground, and you feel this rumbling as the tile from the ground starts to break apart near Rosalyn and Gaius and Alsark as termites start flowing onto your skin and biting you.
Ew.
Yeah, well, we are in an insect cult, so buzz buzz, motherfuckers.
Termites buzz.
I assume termites have wings.
Yeah, that's true. Gross.
I hate it when they have wings. And Maru's going to step away from the area nervously. And that will be his turn. Gaius, you are now up. You currently have termites biting your skin. Could you make me a will save?
I would be happy to make you a will save. Let us roll for a will save. And that is a 14 off a raw 3. That's awful. I'm
Okay.
guessing I didn't survive that.
You take about 10 damage
didn't-
right now as they burrow.
Okie dokie. That's disgusting. And I'll
Mhm.
knock down my health.
Mm.
Gaius, however, is going to just sort of be swiping at their sleeves and is going to hold their action until after Rosalyn, unless Rosalyn comes under more direct threat, in which case... Is that how holding action works? It's been such a long time since I last held an action.
Well, I think what you're talking about is delaying.
Delaying,
Yeah.
yes.
If you want to delay your turn, then you can just delay till after Rosalyn.
I'll delay until after Rosalyn. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, how do I fucking do that?
Double click on the initiative number and then type in 17.08 or whatever. Yeah. That works. I mean, be a little higher than that, but it's all good.
I
There we go.
did it.
I got it. You did it.
DM, question.
Yeah,
I was still
answer.
had from my judgment. I still had protection, which gives me a +1 to AC. Would that have protected me from that last hit?
No.
Gotcha. Damn.
You'd have to bump
Okay.
the tracker
It's-
back
it's-
a few turns because it's still in Gaius.
Oh, I am so sorry.
No, you're fine. I would often forget that too.
All right. So, since Gaius is delaying his turn, we move on to Krima. I just wanted to let you get it out of your system.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like cream and mushroom soup?
How does she take her tea or coffee?
In turn, you see Krima do the same exact thing to the ground. She touches the earth, or floor technically, and her fingers dig in past the tiles as termites erupt near on Mobius and Seviril. Would you all... Oh, no, actually, it's on your turn. Sorry. But termites start to crawl up your skin. Hooray. And she also flees from the area, getting out of the way.
On whose skin?
Severil's, Mobius's, and On's.
Oh, yuck.
Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy.
Yuck.
And that takes us to Rosalyn's turn. There is chaos erupting in the temple.
Yeah, it's
People
pretty messed up.
are turning on each other. People are becoming weird insect creatures. And you're kind of stuck near the entrance.
Yep.
What do you
want
wanna
to
do?
Sign up for this. Did not sign up for this at all. Well, I think the first thing I need to do is make a will save, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. That is correctamundo.
It's a
You're
32.
fine. You kind of feel like there's insects biting you, and it's like 2 damage, but I'm not even gonna count it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Bigger question is, what do I want to do with my turn? So, I think the best thing I can do right now is to protect myself and my allies.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a move action and fly 20 feet up in the air. And then I'm going to cast Fickle Winds, which will hit myself, Gaius, and Alsark, and give us a friendly wind wall.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now, is this one around your bodies or a literal wall?
It's like effectively it protects the specific individual. So you could just imagine there's an invisible wall of wind around each of these people.
Okay.
That's going to prevent either insects or physical ranged attacks from penetrating.
Okay. But that's just about swarms in the small scale, right?
What do you mean?
Well, swarms can be bigger, right?
Hmm.
I'm not sure I follow what you mean. You mean the
You're
specific...
correct.
Okay.
You're
No.
correct.
All right.
Resident swarm expert.
Yeah, our resident sound like you're gonna say Resident Evil. All right. Is that your turn?
That would be all my action economy, yes.
Okay.
I am done.
Gaius.
Oh, sorry.
Gaius will look to Rosalyn for guidance and then to Mobius for instructions, and then sort of back and forth, just sort of still brushing at the insects, looking quite as unstressed as he usually does. Thoughts? Do you want me to try and take her out? And he'll tilt his head towards Lua, addressing the question to Rosalyn and to Mobius.
Well, everyone
Mobius
can
gets
hear
on
you
first.
then.
Does Mobius have an answer to that?
Please don't.
Should I try and knock her out?
I don't know if this conversation can really be happening in the heat of the moment at this pace.
I mean,
Mobius is getting ready to move towards her. I guess I can say that with hands sort of outstretched.
all right, then Gaius is going to wait until after Mobius's turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not being much help here, but it's honestly not a situation where he would rush forward until he's following someone else's lead. And you are the leader.
That's interesting.
All right then. That leaves us to Mobius.
All right. Well, I take Han's hand with one of my hands and just kind of reassuringly, and then I'm gonna step forward, look over Seviril, and say, please don't harm them. Not as I don't ask you this as a superior. I'm asking you as your friend.
If they're going to kill us, we
They're
need to
scared
at
for the
least
same
defend-
reasons you are.
That one has death in their eyes.
We know.
She doesn't
I'm gonna
know
hand
better.
Several as I'm stepping forward. If I can do that, I think it's passing an item would be a swift action. And I want to give him a potion of cure big wounds, serious wounds.
Cure big wounds.
Cure big ones.
This is my
cure-
favorite potion.
Cure big ouchie.
I really like the cure big ouch.
I'm not sure
That's
how I
a,
actually give it to him. I don't know
Would
if I
that
can
be
do
a?
that.
Hmm.
You have to cast Discover Prostate.
Uh, and then I'm gonna step forward as far as I can towards Lua, and I'm going to hold an action. I'm gonna have my arms outstretched and say, "Oh, so, real quick, did the thing that Han did? I don't know if I can tell this. Did it do any damage, or is it just weakened her?"
It probably did a little bit of damage, but it appears that the most intent was to make her. I think based on what you can see, she appears tired.
I'm gonna prepare a lesser restoration. Have my hands out because it's touch source. He's got to come to me and say, "Please stop this. We don't want to hurt anyone."
And
That's my turn.
in these moments where it's, let's say we can guesstimate that like maybe each person's turn is 6 seconds. Who knows? In this moment of each second going by, you can see whatever happened to her in that font is growing. It's changing her body still. And the more time that passes, each second, I don't exactly want to say the more animalistic she's becoming, but the less there is of Lua. And when you say that, her response is, "But we do." Is that your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Gaius, it's your turn again.
And I realized I did not narrow things down for you.
Whee.
Gaius is just going to stand there with his thumb up his butt, figuratively speaking.
Casting Fine Prostrate.
Exactly, yes. Find prostate. Well played.
It's somewhere in there.
Yeah, honestly, under these conditions, there's nothing that Gaius can
You could
do.
prepare
Can I hold an
something
Can I hold an
defensive.
action? Pardon me?
You could prepare something defensive, like hit someone.
Yeah, like you can give me an if
Yeah,
and
no,
situation.
I would like to prepare to. I'll do flurry of blows if any offensive action is taken towards Rosalyn. But yeah, that will be my turn. So I'll slip into a combat stance just in case.
Okay. All right. With Gaius holding an attack, we move on to another Maleferin. Yeah, you're all the same, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Bunch of weirdo cultists.
It's all cults.
It's all cults, all religion cult.
Oops, cults all the way down.
It's
Crazy
like
forest people.
it's like all things become crab, any religion become cult, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
The way it goes.
Return to church or evolve to cult.
Exactly. Church,
All things become
cult.
crab? crab?
The church to. I'm sorry, you don't know the all things become crab thing?
Yeah.
Nope.
We'll explain
things
this
become
after
crab.
stream.
It's-
We'll explain this
Okay.
after stream.
It's a
At
whole
break
rabbit
time. At
hole.
break time. At break.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you said crap, and I mean that's pretty dark, but not inaccurate these days. But anyway,
Become crab.
All things become crab. Anyways, so you see this Maleferon. She's dressed in yellow armor, and she looks back and forth on the situation, and like all the others, she seems to nod to Lua, and she heads over to Alsark. And she takes out her blades her blade under her robe, and you are facing a paladin of Mellifera. You thought you were the first, Petravian? You fucking thought you were the first?
Well, I was hoping.
You just had to take that from him.
I like taking things from people. It's a Schadenfreude joy for me.
I could hardly tell with this campaign. How would anyone know?
Well, I mean, sometimes he puts himself in the ball kicking machine.
That's every session.
I didn't intend for this
Every-
campaign to be Screw's ball kicking machine.
Every session, we start up. Skrewy sits down. We put on the straps. Right, they rev up those engines, boys.
Yeah, and then when the stream's about to start, we're like, all right, gotta turn the ball king machine off. And Skrewy's like, no, keep it going.
I like the pain.
whatever floats your boat, we don't judge here, Screw.
Makes me feel alive.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Please, sir, may I have another?
We'll
you
talk about that
see
later.
Alsark, this half-elf standing before you, and her blade comes out, and she goes to stab it at you. She misses the first time, but the next two hits are intensive. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, the first hit is a 23.
Okay.
The second hit is 44.
All right.
Okay. And that's all she does to you. But you can see her holding this blade, and it's kind of an odd stance. It's very much so more of a shoulder shift. She's got her feet out, and it looks like she doesn't think you can really defend yourself. So it's far more of an offensive stance than anything.
Okay.
And that will take us on to Nancy. Oh my god. Sorry, I had fun.
Nancy.
I had fun naming these characters.
Is Nancy an elf name?
Girl, I don't even
Yes.
remember what I made her. What are you,
There
Nancy?
were more
Apostrophes.
apostrophes.
Yeah.
No, she's a human, actually. That's right. I gave the human the most human name I could think of.
You
Nancy
didn't go with
would.
Karen?
Nancy would join the cult.
Yeah.
She's the secretary.
No, Nancy sounds like someone who buys into the MLMs.
What now?
The
Multi-level
multi-layer, yeah.
Oh,
Not-
that's not where my
not-
mind went.
Not men love men.
Men loving men. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my mind went.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Bless
know
you,
that was an
Skrewy.
acronym for that. Haha.
Nancy.
We've talked about this multiple times. Anyways, Nancy. She's definitely a cultist.
Really into Yowie, I believe.
That's
Yeah, that's what.
MLM. Yeah.
Now we've all learned that I guess Nancy's a Fujoshi is the new headcanon.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh god.
She would be. God damn it, Nancy. Sorry.
You should shit on me, Nancy. I don't want to buy your stuff.
What the fuck?
Sorry,
Anyways.
I'm back on the what do you call it? The
Leave
the
Nancy
multi-level
alone.
marketing.
She's just a cultist, okay?
just trying to get by.
Yeah. So Nancy starts moving away from Mobius, and as she does, she's moving her hands in this odd way, and you see insects flowing in between her fingers, and personally, Keni thinks this is gross. I'm hoping Xeno's having a heyday with all the insect shit I'm giving here. It's voguing with insects. And she pushes these insects towards Mobius, and they swirl around them. And
I forgot to make my will save.
fuck it. In the most if I forget, it's my fault. In the most anticlimactic way to say this, you're currently hexed.
Nice. I don't remember what that means, but it sounds cool.
I mean, I love the Hex Girls.
I was going to tell me something.
Yeah, exactly.
Some Hex Girls.
Well, we're from a certain generation, or all our minds went right there. But,
Scooby Dooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo,
Right.
Scooby Dooby, Scooby Doo.
We have fun here, folks.
And that is Nancy's turn. I feel like I have to do like a really hard nyeh noise for her name. Nancy.
What part of Ville is Nancy from? Oh, the New Jersey part.
Yep.
Is that not the Jersey accent?
I don't really know.
Nancy.
No, it's
Nancy.
roughly Nancy. How you doing, Nancy?
Anyways,
Roughly.
after Nancy's turn is done, Nancy's, it is Lua's turn.
Oh dear.
And you see Mobius, this breathing, this undulation of these chitinous plates slowly adjusting over time. You probably have been directly watching it far more than perhaps the rest of your party. I don't think your eyes have really left her.
Not much.
You see the one arm that was still, what's the word? Still white and rubbery skinned, like yours, has slowly had the chitin growing and growing. And there's still a reflection of knowing who you are in those eyes. So she turns her attention to Alsark.
Uh-oh.
Eee.
E. And she goes after him. And in the rage that she is in, she attacks you. Blah, blah, blah.
And at this point, Alsark has kind of backed into. Is this a table?
You're kind of next to like a table. It had a vase on it once upon a time, but it's definitely been knocked over when you got hit the first time.
It knocked over. He's like basically leaning with half his weight on it, just blood trickling down the side of it.
So she has nat 20'd.
Ow!
Does a 31 confirm?
Let me check.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You are hit with 76 damage.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
That puts me at. Let me get the good old calculator out here. 70 damage?
76.
76 damage. Okay. I can take a little bit. Okay, I'm at negative 50.
Whoa! You're dead?
Yep.
Big dead.
Big dead.
Sorry, Cal.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
So,
how's it happen?
okay. Can you tell me what your last thoughts are as her mandibles go for your throat?
last thing that Alsark is thinking is, as she approaches, he wants to say that he can't explain away what his kin had done, but her mindset would make her no less evil than what they had done, what the elves had done to her family before. But he does not get the chance.
Those mandibles reach for your neck, and the rest of you see it snap as Alsark's body becomes limp and drops to the floor. Alsark.
No.
We're going to get back to you after this turn.
Did
You
you
got it.
not get a fucking turn? I feel so.
Yep.
I just remember you're at the bottom of the initiative. I feel so fucking bad.
Yep.
Oh no. That one.
That will fuck me.
What do
Did
you
she
at
actually
negative?
just full on bite her head
I'm
off? Bite his
at
head off?
negative 50.
Okay.
Okay. We go to Tierna's turn. And she's still prostrating herself. I believe that's it for this turn, though, because of that. So, we go on to the next round. Several.
Oh boy.
You
Okay.
have watched one of your kin die. One of your fellow Edenites.
Okay. Okay. I have two options that I want to do. I think we'll do this one. So see that happen. No. And you see Mobius, you see Seviril as the vines take him down,
Mm-hmm.
and he appears back at the center of that circle.
Okay.
And I'd like to utilize the my special ability.
Okay.
I think. No. I
No?
think we'll actually no. We're going to try this first. Holy Word. We're going to try Holy Word first.
Okay.
From my point, 40 feet in every direction, Seviril just yells out, "Stop!" Just this booming voice
Okay.
calls out.
Now, how does Holy Word work?
So, any creature up to, so I just posted in there, if they are equal to my level, they are deafened. If they are one level below me, they are blinded and deafened. If they are 5 levels below me, they are paralyzed, blinded, and deafened. If they are negative 10 levels below me, they are killed, paralyzed, blinded, and deafened.
Does this count as with allies, or is it just enemies?
Non-good
selective?
creatures.
Non-good creature. It makes no distinction between ally and enemy.
So anyone who is not good aligned.
Right.
Let me just look around. All right. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I made sure to get them the beacon of the hive out of the range.
Yeah, she's definitely out of the range. Now I hate to alignment shame people, but how many of you are good?
I am. I'm
Good
very
boy.
good.
Yeah.
Good,
Um,
good child.
My best read on Gaius was that he was lawful evil. But you can tell me if you can tell me whether or not
I was
to
gonna leave him at neutral, to be honest, but
Really?
yeah. I mean, he does listen to Rosalyn, so I feel like
Well, that was the lawful part
neutral.
of the evil part, but okay.
Oh.
True neutral then. Still not good aligned, so.
yeah.
But thanks, you deafened me.
Okay.
Maybe.
So I'm a little
get a save.
confused on this caster level thing, so I'm gonna ask Beardy for some help.
Sure.
So Seviril's an Inquisitor, so I don't
Yes.
think his caster level levels up the same as everyone else's, right?
I'm verifying that right now. I'm pretty sure they are hybrid or partial.
Yeah. It's
No. They're caster from 1.
okay.
So caster level would be in this case, his
Okay.
level.
Gotcha. Let me just look at some numbers real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Kills anybody who's 10 levels below you. You go into like some fucking like little urchin stronghold, a bunch of little scampy little thieves, and because they're neutral,
Think
they all
about
just
going
die.
into the Goblin Fortress.
Yeah.
And doing this.
You
That
gotta
is
gather
my
them all up first.
passion!
Well, we
gather them all
did
up
murder
first and
all
then
of
hit it.
them.
Yeah, we killed it in a much funner way though.
It's just the fact that somebody can have like a rough life, just be neutral alignment, and just happen to be like passing in the street, just explodes.
So,
Mhm.
so let's see. If I'm understanding this correctly, the save is to either be paralyzed for 1 round or for 1d10 minutes.
Yes.
Well, I guess I should just start with Gaius, give me a will save.
Okie dokie. Oh wait, if this is an area effect, which it sounds like it is,
Mhm.
I have evasion for that, so we'll say that
saved
is a
anyway.
25.
Yeah.
You
So-
saved
So
it
it's-
anyway.
It's partial, it says.
Uh,
So I don't know what the
it's
fuck that means.
evasion specifically for reflex saves. Not
Okay,
for
so
will.
that does count for this kind of spell, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
evasion would not help you.
Oh, my mistake.
No, if
I was gonna say this
evasion's
isn't like
only-
fireball or anything. This isn't a like,
right.
physical
Yeah,
attack.
Gotcha.
Specifically
Mea
has to be a
culpa.
reflex save.
Mhm.
Understood. But did I pass the will save?
You did, but
Yes.
it also says will partial, so I don't really know
Okay.
what the partial part
so-
fucking is.
Well,
It
since they're the
means
same
that-
level, then it negates. It
Right.
depends on what this level
So
is.
it says at each one. So for paralyzed, you're paralyzed for 1 round.
Mhm.
You're blinded for 1d4 rounds, and you're deafened. Or you're not deafened at all. So the
But the-
deafened is negates, but you are blinded for 1d4 rounds and paralyzed for 1 round.
Well,
even
those
if you
are
say-
all.
Should I?
No. It would be blinded
No,
and
'cause-
deafened.
It would just be deafened, I thought, because we're all the same level. Our hit
No,
die are
you're
equal
not.
to Seviril's cast
No,
level.
we're
Oh,
not.
no? Okay.
I thought we were. Okay.
No.
So
Most of you are.
should I roll a 1d4 then to see how long I'm paralyzed for?
Again, I'm
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't count properly. It is only blinded and deafened.
yeah.
Sorry.
That's
It
what
does
I
help
was
if
trying to
can't
say.
count right. Yeah, it's not 5 levels.
No.
Okay.
Blinded
Sorry.
and deafened for 1 round apiece, or is that also
so the-
involving a d4?
No, the
This is
deafened
so
is negates.
complicated.
It says there. No, it says there in the spell. Save negates for deafened. It's 1d4 if you pass the blind
Okay.
So he's blinded.
for 1d4 round.
Should I roll the?
I got
D4?
it. Only 1 round.
Okay. Lovely. Thank you.
Yep. And now we have to
Yep.
resolve for everybody else.
Yeah, give me a minute here. You can y'all RP for a second while I do
Yeah.
this shit?
So we'll vamp for you. We'll vamp for you.
Oh.
Turned
I'm
off
not-
the lights.
I will
Ah.
gladly RP.
Look, I've got something planned for you. I just can't verbalize it right now while I'm doing math.
Well done. Oh man, Alsark, you are killing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, too soon. I'm sorry.
I'm genuinely heartbroken about Alsark though.
Yeah.
He's the
too.
best. He was such a good Edenite.
The last of them, that one may say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was honestly going to be delighted
Yeah.
if Gaius was paralyzed, just because it would mean that he again didn't do anything for a certain number of rounds. The irony would have
I
been
mean-
entertaining.
Yeah. blind is not going to help. Even if it is only for 1 round, so hopefully that's not enough to put you down. But it's not
We're
going to be
definitely
good
doing
either.
the blind monk archetype now, aren't we?
Maybe.
So when this targets all non-good creatures, I assume that doesn't include Seviril.
Shots fired.
So true. I mean, if you started off good aligned, you can't possibly still be by now.
No, there's no way.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out at, what do you call it, at the round table discussion. At some
All
point.
right.
Yeah, at the post-mortem. Right, Alsark?
So
Keni,
How's it going?
everyone passes. So they don't get deafened. However, they are blinded. I'm just not going to tell you for how long they're blinded.
That's fine.
Fair
We don't
enough.
need to know.
Is that your turn?
I
I think it has to be.
Well, I
you-
mean, I still have my judgment, so I need to bump my health up a little bit, but I can handle that myself. And movement speed. Yep, that'll do. I think. Thank you.
I mean, I think it's funny that Lua had a nat 20 on her
A
will
little.
save. I'm just, I at least want to talk about that one because I'm like, how do I reveal these? Oh, yeah, there we go. They're revealed for you now. I think. Hooray.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Sometimes the dice like to play with the RP too. That was real good.
For real.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Seviril?
Nope, that'll do.
All right. And that moves us on to the Beacon of the Hive, who currently watches as Lua's killed one of the Edenites, but the most of her hive, because the 40 radius is pretty big, to be honest. They're all blinking, and you can hear kind of panic arising throughout the congregation. And she looks unsure, and then she looks back at the font.
Yes. Do it.
Do
it.
do it.
Wow.
Drink
the honey run through you.
Drink of the power. Become corrupted.
And she dives in.
Oof.
Oh fuck. Okay. I was gonna
Oh
say-
no, I made a bad choice.
You think?
Is it?
Wait,
Just now.
Are you saying that when we fight them, it escalates the situation? No, that can't be.
In my head, I'm just picturing the dive like Olympic style, so multiple twists and tumbles.
Yeah.
and
No, I
then
don't
like
think
a
it's that.
perfect
I don't
with-
think
with
it's that
no
deep.
honey
No.
emerging.
Okay.
I'm just thinking
It's like-
that I'm thinking of like the person who jumps in and they didn't look at the sign that said no diving, shallow. So they're just like rise to the top.
She jumps in.
See,
The honey we just.
I'm thinking of
Tomb
I'm
Raider
thinking two
Lara
ways.
Croft neck break.
Oh, no, don't. Oof.
two ways. Either the Jar Jar Binks and jumping like that. I love that. I love that jump in. Or like a scuba dive, like. Hi.
Hive.
Yeah.
Um,
Hive 5.
So she's in the honey.
Yeah, I reached for her to stop, but I obviously I don't like, do anything in time.
So, Kel watches where An is, and she runs up to the side. If I can get it to work, it's fine. Directions are hard on the computer, okay? Anyways, Kel runs up to the edge of the font, and similarly to how you were trying to dig Lua out, it appears that she's attempting to dig On out. And the bees are getting louder. Make a perception check. All of you who are alive.
Hold on a second.
Not deafened, I assume.
That's discrimination.
I don't think any of you got deafened. Guys is just blind for a turn.
Oh,
see.
that is a nat 20 for a total of 39. Although how that works when I can't see, I guess my other senses were compensating, so my ears have pricked up and I'm sniffing the air.
I mean, it is like a more oral, like
feeling for
sound
the air
oral.
changes.
yeah.
24 for several.
All right.
31 from Mobius.
And
So
29 from Ross.
everyone other than Seviril and Alsark,
Of course.
Oh, Alsark, you just missed it.
Twist
Sorry.
the knife.
he just missed it, guys, just by
God
one. He you all hear the sound of the bees, and in the vibration that they're buzzing at, it almost has this sensation of humming, but in a certain pattern. It almost sounds like someone attempting to vocalize something.
Oh.
It's
Can Mobius understand it?
oddly enough, yes and no. It's hard to explain.
It's like they're talking through a voice filter.
It's like they're talking through a voice filter, yeah. It's like it's not the bees that are talking, but it is at the same time, and what they're saying isn't exactly words either. It's like they're trying to make noises for something else.
Salamido.
Kumin Lisao. Shoo. Look, if you're gonna Simlish at me, I'm gonna Simlish back.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I could
Outstanding work.
trigger this.
And that is Kel's turn. But Mobius, I think... I know your player probably knows what this is. But Mobius, you can feel energy coming from the font since you are the closest to it. And with the energy of this attempt of speech from the bees up above, maybe this god isn't really dead. Not completely.
Oh, good.
Hooray.
Maybe things will get better for these people.
The things will be fine
But
one
not
day.
today.
Not today. No. Not
It
today.
might be fine for these people. We'll see.
We will see.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is Petunia? There she is.
The fuck?
Oh boy.
The half-orc who swung at several turns to you, Mobius, and then back at the font. And you see this, like, them kind of biting at the lip area in between their tusks. And she goes for the font and tries to dig on out of there.
This is gonna end very well for us.
And that's Petunia's turn. And Maru's looking back and forth between the characters, the Edenites, and where On is, and very specifically at Kel. And his eyes stare at Alsark the longest. And he double moves over to where Kel is, and he shakes her, and he goes, "We have to go. We have to go now. We can't do this. They're all going to..." Do you think she's going to stop at them? And Kel nods, but her arms are still in the font, trying to grab at On. And that is his turn. Krima is up.
I just like to say that characters
that turn into insect people and hate elves are the worst. Hate them.
The fucking bottom tier.
Bottom tier.
Oh, just a barely a notch above fucking gnomes. The fucking
Right?
worst. Especially if they're like gnomes but not gnomes.
Like only half gnome.
Yeah, like they want to be something else, but they don't want to. They don't want to commit.
The
This
worst.
half-orc's pissing me off, so I mean, we've got a whole shitload of shit characters here. It's awful.
F tier characters right here.
Yeah. Eesh.
At least we did good ones this time, you guys.
Yeah, we did good ones this time. We'll do even better ones next time.
I should have been a human fighter.
Should have been a human fighter. Nobody ever regrets human fighter.
No.
What's Krima doing to us?
Grima de Crop is
It's going on the wiki like that, I hope you realise.
The better.
only as a nickname.
Okay.
No, DeCrop is just like a weird last name.
Yeah, they're farmers.
Just spell it like weird.
I mean,
Like Deville.
she is an elf, so I guess you
There
could
you go.
add like
Just put-
weird some apostrophes in there.
Just have
We'll figure that
17
out later.
apostrophes.
It's like D apostrophe
Every
K
level,
H
every
R A P H
There's like 5 on every letter.
P.
Yep. Yep.
The
Yep.
best.
Yeah.
Some silent letters in there somewhere.
Oh boy. All right. So what is Krima gonna do?
Oh dear.
So you all have wind around you, so that makes it complicated. Krima is going to move her arm up and then the other, and she summons a large swarm of sturges.
Fish?
That's sturgeon.
No.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking sturgeon.
You're thinking sturgeon.
No, these are the people who cut you open and do medical. Wait, no, that's surgeon. Sorry.
It's a surgeon.
Those aren't working for some
Swarms
reason.
of surgeons. Yeah.
Like a
Surgeons come running
sturgeon.
in.
I
They
think
would do
their,
well in a cult
their
where they all
billing
think they're
practices
God.
are more deadly.
Punch for the very first time. A bunch of sturges appear around Rosalyn and Gaius,
Awesome.
and
Does-
they
And for
are.
those who
Yes,
don't
go
know,
ahead.
can you describe what a sturge looks like?
Okay. They're fucking ugly, that's for fucking sure. Okay. So a sturge is like this really gross mosquito hornet thing with bat wings for some reason.
Because they're fucking rat
And
sized.
crab-
Horrible.
Crab hands too. And they got
See,
big
like
old mandibles.
See?
and I
Everything
hate
reverts to
them.
crab.
They're gross.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
And they're here
I
to
don't know.
get you. They're here to sting you. They're here to bite you and take your blood.
I'd
is-
take them over out-of-network surgeons.
Does this constitute an attack on Rosalyn's person that would trigger my held action, or is that?
I
Does that die
really
with the end
don't
of the
know.
round?
I mean, technically, because they are larger swarms, I believe they can be attacked. So once they do attack her, you can, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
sounds
just
like it
say
would trigger a held
yes.
action,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna say
absolutely.
yes.
I
Fuck
would be
it.
I would be attacking the person who cast it, though.
Well, they're too far
since
away.
they
Yeah,
originated
you'd probably
the
be.
attack.
Besides, you can attack the surges and actually punch them.
No,
Why not?
you can.
Yeah.
They're big
Yeah,
enough.
they're big.
You
I
can
feel like
attack
Alsark-
them.
You could only attack one at a time.
Yeah, but these
No,
are thick boys.
You'd be able to attack the swarm.
You can attack the
Okay.
swarm when they're this big.
The swarms
Fuck
lose
it.
their weapon damage and immunity as soon as they get above a certain size.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
as soon as
only
the individual critters.
Only
Yeah.
for diminutive and fine creatures.
All right. Well,
maybe not.
seeing all of these
And
these
these are
bastards attacking my external conscience, I
Mhm.
will throw down a flurry of blows, which I think I have to. I roll that and then I do the.
I
full
think it's
attack.
only one attack. I don't know if you can do a full attack on a held action. Can you?
I don't think
Beardy?
so.
It depends on how much. I mean, yeah, technically it would be like one standard action.
Okay,
fine.
I'll do an unarmed strike then.
No, do the full attack. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm still learning.
I will do the flurry of blows then. So Gaius will start throwing out his best kung fu. Oh crap! I rolled a single attack. I'm sorry. Full attack.
There you go.
Yay!
Okay.
Okay. Half the HP, if I remember correctly, of the caster. Maybe. I don't know. That's what the rule I'm going to go with. Fuck it. Yeah, one of the swarms dies.
Yay!
I hope so.
How many swarms were there on us?
I mean, you didn't really let me roll yet, or the attack. You just kind of went
Yeah.
for it, so I was just like, fuck it.
Well, I have no idea how that works when you're attacking a swarm. Didn't realize.
Well, you
had to do
said
something first.
your held action was until Rosalyn got hurt. I hadn't even rolled damage yet.
Ah,
Yeah,
apologies.
that's fine. You can go ahead with your stuff first.
Yeah, so it's fine. While the swarms is down, we've got 2 more there.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
And then Rosalyn, you take 23 damage.
Okay.
And the next swarm. You take 17.
Who is you?
Rosalyn.
I
Oh, wait.
have-
No, that one got killed. Gaius then. Because you guys
Okay.
got swarmed. So, Gaius, you
Minus
take
17.
17. Correct.
Because I'm 20 feet in the air, so I wasn't sure.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, how... I'm not going to care about it. Whatever. Oh, well. Anyways.
Okay.
That is Creama's turn. Creama de Crap's turn. And we're on to Rosalyn.
All right. So how big is the swarm that's on me? Is it like a 10-foot blob, or is it just in my square?
Yeah. 10 by 10? 10 by 10.
Okay. 10 by 10. Okay. All right. In that
I don't know
case-
why I had to physically do this for
It's okay.
for me to do
It's all
this, because
good.
I was like looking at the screen and I was like, yeah, that's a...
Okay. So I'm going to move 10 feet then to the northeast.
Okay.
I'm also going to drop down 5 feet to 15 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate my special ability.
All right.
So Roz concentrates on a spell, and a feather is going to get launched out of one of her wings, and it is going to streak across the room, a little bit across the room. It's going to stick into Alsark and cast Maximized Breath of Life as Roz screams, "Live!" That is going to
Nice.
heal Alsark for 53 hit points, and should hopefully put him back to life.
Does 53 bring you back to life?
It do.
Woo! And then I'm going to say to Gaius and Saracen, protect Alsark. And that's my turn.
Gaius will nod.
I'm
All
deploying
right.
my spells.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
So, before we get to Mobius's turn,
Yeah, please. I have no fucking idea.
Alsark, you feel... In the moment before you're brought back, you were in a field of flowers. And there was a woman there greeting you for a moment. You were having a conversation of some kind, some sort of moment in time and you were talking about your family. And then you felt the field's wind go through and petals flew off of the flowers and the petals slowly became feathers somehow. And the more you paid attention to the flowers, these petals, these feathers, the more you realized the woman wasn't standing in front of you anymore. And then what everyone else can see is this feather entering Alsark's body and his neck slowly just coming back together as this like downy feather-like texture stitches him back up. And Alsark, when you wake up, it's interesting. You feel light. You feel like something was happening before you came back, but it's a little blurry now.
All right.
Clear. Zzz.
All right. Mobius.
There's not enough time. I have no
Well,
idea.
that's too fucking bad.
I know. They're on their knees, just looking back and forth. They're relieved to see Alsark's back, but this is still really bad.
Mobius, you need to lead.
Everyone needs to stop. Please, just stop fighting.
I'm just over here healing, man.
Yeah. Well, I want to heal him more, frankly, but I'm not close enough. Seeing if there's anything I could do from a range, but not really, because I can't get over to Alsark. No, not at all. Sorry, y'all.
What will you do, future druid of the first circle?
That's what they call me. I don't know if I agree.
Let's find out what you're made of.
Well, I'm gonna I think activate my special ability.
Okay.
As I'm like kneeling on the ground. I kind of slowly stand up. Say, I told everyone you need to stop. And once I've like transformed, I don't know, does that take my action? I would think so.
Yeah, technically.
That's fine. Yeah,
You still have
because I'm waiting to see what people do anyway. But I'm getting fired up.
Can you describe again to the audience what your transformation is like?
Yeah, so I transform into this huge blue-furred celestial fox that's got like these glowing white patterns across its fur. It has this large halo that rotates behind it, and a whole bunch of different tails that are all flowing around. And it has these glowing white eyes that have these like almost lava-like tears that drop onto the ground and sizzle away. And where they actually hit the ground after they sizzle, flowers bloom.
All right.
So anime.
And that is your turn. Unless you want to move.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly step forward. And that'll be my turn. So
All right.
try and get in the center of everything.
Gaius.
Well, I just realized Gaius is still blinded for this round. So I guess he was sort of flailing around on instinct for the held action to destroy that swarm. But what can he actually do? for his turn proper if he is not able to see. I don't know how that works mechanically.
Well,
I think it's just
I would-
disadvantage. Not
Yeah.
disadvantage. It's a. I think it's negative
It's a
debuff.
penalty.
to your-
I think you have to roll 2.
No, that's 5e. I think it's like minus
Pretty sure
something. Your
Yeah,
attack.
Condition fact that you can just turn
so
on.
I did. So
Okay.
the debuff is -4 to strength and dex-based skill checks and any sight-based perception checks. You have to make a DC 10 acrobatics check to move any faster than half your speed. Otherwise, you fall prone. And all opponents are considered invisible to you, which means they have a concealment die.
That's right.
Okay. Well, what I would like to do is try to attack. I believe it was Ren who was also standing next to Alsark. Now I can't see on the map, so I have no idea. But there were
Yes.
2 standing
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
Alsark's body.
Lua was directly in front of Alsark, and Ren was to the other side of him, farthest away from you.
Okay, then in his mind's eye, Gaius will picture where people were prior to the world going so much darker.
Okay.
And he will launch himself into the air and attempt a flying kick into a full flurry of blows attack.
Okay.
Now, that's only about, I think, 10 feet diagonally, so I don't know if that would require the acrobatics check, but I'm happy to do one.
No, let's just see if you hit them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, full-on flurry of blows?
Sure. Just move your character to where you want to go.
All right, I'll help you out there.
Thank you.
Yep. So do you want to go after Ren or Lua?
Whoever was closest to me.
Oh,
so Lua, I
okay.
think.
In that case, there you go.
All right. So we're aiming for Lua.
Yes.
That was
so
that was the
is
closer
a-
target.
That is a 35, a 38, a 36, a 32, and a 27 to hit.
Okay.
So even with the eyes blurred, Gaius will still be kicking with that first attack and then punching with the others.
So 4 of your attacks hit. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 of your attacks hit. And you can't see this, but everyone else just sort of sees this creature that once was Lua sort of just kind of jostle around at every punch. But it doesn't really look like she's paying attention that it's even happening. But her attention is turned to Gaius after that, even if it doesn't seem like the hits really bothered her.
Well, Gaius will sort of, out of the corner of his mouth, in the direction where he believes Alsark is, will say, "You should get behind me."
Right.
And that will be Gaius's turn.
All right. We are up to Ren, who is right next to Alsark. And she looks impressed that you're up so quickly. But she goes in with a stab again.
God damn it.
You're right there. What am I supposed to do? Not stab you?
Tried.
Here, 5-foot stab.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right. You are gonna take 22 damage.
That instantly hits me, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am very dead. So,
God damn it!
I got up to like 3 HP. I was trying to heal him, but I'm not close enough.
yeah, how much was it again?
The damage? 22.
Yeah. 22? Yeah, so I have negative 21. Yep.
I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead again.
The gardener's going to be like, would you stop
There we
appearing?
go.
Would you just make up your damn mind?
He's just
Coming
like,
or
"I'm
going?
back."
Coming or going?
Did you forget something?
The gardener's
Oh,
just chilling.
fuck.
Is like, oh, sweetheart, you're back.
Oh yeah, your key. I had your keys. Sorry. That's what you must be back for.
Oh boy. All right. Well, that's Ren's turn. Let's go to Nancy. W-R-E-N. Ren is done. Now it's Nancy's turn. What the fuck does a witch do? I don't know. All right. Yeah. All right.
Belly flop.
Nancy goes into the font now that more
God
areas
damn.
opened up. And that's Nancy's turn.
Lifeguard shouts out, no more than 2 in the pool at any one time.
Mobius.
Swing and a miss.
Lua is turning to Seviril. What is Seviril saying to Mobius?
Mobius, they're all going into the font. Do something.
My action economy didn't let me. All right, buddy.
I know. He's just looking up like, bro.
That is not our name.
Guys, since you are no longer blind, you have an attack of opportunity. I think 2 from Lua removing herself from your little space area after you watched Alsark fucking get shanked to death again. Hooray!
Awesome. And that's an attack of opportunity against Lua or
Correct.
against anyone in... Yes, okay. Then I will make those 2 unarmed strikes.
Thank you.
Single attack. And single attack.
Yeah.
One hits for 42 and the other hits for 40.
Well, that's not the damage, but...
Well, no, sorry.
all right. Both of those definitely fucking hit.
Yay.
Hooray!
6 cold damage as well on each of those. So those
Oh,
are
thank you so
18s.
much.
Yep. There's a lot of context notes in Gaius' attack.
Yeah.
Well, yep, as Gaius' vision clears, I guess he catches sight of Alsark once again getting shanked.
He
So
really
I
did.
immediately
There's even more
go
than
in
that.
with 1 and then 2. I'm
There's-
sorry.
Sorry, 4 more bludgeoning damage. I'm just
okay.
reading through all the different context
Mhm,
notes in
mhm.
there.
I think
There's additional free
I think
bludgeoning.
from the previous attack too that I'm missing some damage, so I'm gonna add some more or subtract some more then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I
Gaius is
appreciate the
just happy
help.
to be hurting someone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
What the fuck? Okay.
For the right reasons. For the right
Sure.
reasons. Hey. They must be the
Uh,
right reasons. Rosalyn said to do it.
All right. And with Lua returning to Seviril, she attacks and she misses just barely. You can feel like the bite of her mandibles go right next to your throat and just graze like whatever like thin hair elves might have that just barely peek out of their skin, you know, as all like mortals do. We kind of have like that very fine layer of hair that
Yes.
kind of sort of exists. You can feel it just like one hair off of you as you reel back from her getting close. Her whatever she used to be, I guess. It's hard to say at this point.
I do not want to die here.
That's Lua's turn. We've got Tierna. I don't know how long she's supposed to prostrate herself.
It is. Let me pull that up for you really fast.
I don't know how
as
to
fast as I
prostrate. Don't know.
That is 1 round per level, so 17 rounds they have to keep doing, and if they get, yeah.
I just love the mental image of this one random
She just
Maleficent.
chilling.
They're just kneeling.
Tierna just
Spending
chilling.
however
Alsark,
long
you're
that is,
dead.
minutes.
Seviril, it's your turn.
Oh boy.
Tierna's
Okay,
out of commission.
so. Several looks up. Do you think negotiations are going to be successful now? To Keni.
Sorry. Say that again.
Do you think negotiations will be successful now? I do not wish to die here.
We won't let you die.
Very
We
well.
don't want to fight. We won't let you die.
We'll only let Alsark die. Twice.
Yeah, right?
R.I.P., my dude.
With that, we will use one more charge of Dimension Door to be, or not Dimension Door, the what's that called? A Dimensional Hop. There we go. To move back 10 feet. And then cast. Let's see if this is gonna work, folks, because it never works.
Are you gonna cast Chains
I'm
of Light?
gonna do it. I'm gonna cast
But that's
Chains
never-
of Light, baby.
It's never worked. But it's never worked.
Yes, but we're gonna try.
Amazing.
Can
All
you
right.
move someone if they're caught by chains of light?
Oh boy.
I don't think so. I think they're stationary to that location.
As
I
they
mean-
are chained there.
Yeah.
Right, but like hold person you'd be able to, and it's worded the same.
It's not called hold chains on person.
So what you're saying is my next spellcaster character, I need to just homebrew a spell that's exactly hold person, but it's called like Chain Me Up Daddy.
Or you could just bring chains.
There was only I don't know what percentage it was, but she would have had to have a nat 1 to make that work.
Damn it.
You tried.
Okay.
I felt it. I felt the
And that-
hope there.
I mean, I already know Chains of Light never works, so.
Yeah, but I tried.
I wanted to use hold person in the final battle with Levette, and I was like, no, I'm not going to humiliate myself like that. I understand the feeling. Because
see,
I
the
wanted
thing
to
is,
so
here's-
bad for so long.
Here's the problem, though. I feel like this whole mini-series would not have been our thing had we not failed at Chains of Light. at
You mean
least
your
once.
thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
For me.
It's
Yes.
literally only you.
Yes, it's only a me thing. But I tried. And we're going to.
I'm just saying, like, once you get to a certain level, it's not really worth it.
I know it's a level 5 for me. So hey, who knows?
I know.
Just checking. Well then. Well then. I think all my action economy is used, but I'm gonna continue my what do you call it? What's that stupid thing called? The judgment is still active, so gonna go increasing my health again. So
All right.
Yay. That's my turn.
You all feel a rumble in the temple. You can feel not exactly the earth cracking, but the tiles are slowly moving apart on the ground. The temple itself is shaking and not bursting, but rather gliding out of the font is on. And she seems like herself. She walks forward for a moment, and then she collapses on the ground. And she looks up at Kel and Maru, who are right next to her, and she shakes her head. And then you see her body start to jolt as the chitin starts to pierce out of her skin, replacing it. Her body jolts forward, and you see honey pour out of her mouth as she vomits it out. And Mobius and Seviril, you can hear kind of this whimpering cry as this happens come from On. And then she staggers upward. And she moves a hand, and she points it across the room, and that's her turn. Kel looks over and sees On changing. Nancy's in there. Things are going bad. And she grabs Maru and looks back at the once again dead Alsark,
Tried.
knowing,
I appreciate it.
at least
My owl friend.
considering that whatever home that she was promised before probably won't be there. But she teleports her and Maru away. And they're gone.
Good choice.
Best move so far.
Thus far,
Seriously.
yep.
And they can be pulled from initiative and everything. It's awesome.
It's Petunia's turn! Hooray! Did I grab Petunia? Did I grab the wrong person? No, I grabbed the right
Petunia,
person.
you're good.
All right, I got Petunia. And she's looking at On, and she sees this change in her. And she goes to step forward, and On grabs her. And she goes to shake her head, but more honey comes out of her as she tries to speak. Petunia just shakes off her arm and hops into the font.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, it's so convenient that we got all this god power for Malefer to come back. Would be real inconvenient if we used it all.
Mhm.
Oh
To empower
no!
themselves into bee monsters, yeah.
I know the other people that sacrificed themselves did not sign up for this shit. What the heck?
Yeah. That's why blood magic
Watching
is
from
never the way.
Heaven, like, the fuck is wrong with you people? We made a deal.
Krima is up. Get it out of your system.
No.
There's too
It's
much.
just-
They'll never
It's
risk it.
yeah. That is a very deep wellspring.
And she flees to a door nearby. And that is her turn.
I delay till after Mobius.
All right.
Thank you.
Although I will look over and say, Mobius, do something.
2 people have died. Oh wait,
Ah.
Yeah.
2 person has died.
This is my turn.
1 person has died. It is your turn. Sorry.
Well done. I really like that.
Well, I look around at everyone who's dived into the font and at Lua, and I say, "We don't want to hurt you. We know that you all just want somewhere that you can feel together and safe, and not be so alone. So we'll offer what we can." And I want to have my tails reach out and grab each of them
Mm-hmm.
gently but firmly as I can,
Okay.
and pull them into have them submerge into my form.
Who is them?
Everybody, so everyone who's gone to the font. So Han, Lua, Petunia, Nancy,
Okay.
and also Gaius.
Okay.
What?
I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess Gaius hasn't attacked any of them yet, have you? You've just attacked the things. You got blinded at a very convenient moment. All right, it saved your life.
All right. Lua got a nat 1, so she is automatically taken into you.
Oh, Gaius attacked Lua as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, then yeah, I'm Gaius as well.
Do I get a save?
Do a
When
reflex
Keni
save
is
for me.
done? Happily.
Sorry, just doing my character's thing, trying to end the violence.
Is that the one that I get the evasion on? Or...
You miss
yeah,
Petunia.
I'm mistaking that.
Yeah, you fail that, so I'm not really sure. I guess you wouldn't be I don't know. I don't know what it can't be like half because it's a grab.
Mhm. I mean, I'm fine if I don't kill another player here. As a player, I don't want to do that. As my character sees Gaius as really dangerous and unstable and needing of help.
How about just
Would
give
you
me a
grab Ren, too?
CMB instead, just so it's easier for me to figure this one out.
Sorry, me give a CMD?
No, Gaius. Just because
Okay.
the
And I
reflex
forgot,
thing's
I'm also
confusing.
grabbing Ren as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially after they killed Alsark again.
All right, CMB, that is a 34.
All right. I'm gonna say Gaius resists the pull, as well as
Sure.
Ren
Bat the damn
and
thing away.
Petunia.
Okay.
Do you want the one that's prostrating?
No, it didn't
They
hurt
have-
anybody.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure once they're done with that, they're gonna know not to fight us, even if it's not for the right reasons.
All right. So you now have 3 cultists. What will you do?
I want to because we're just kind of playing this by feel,
Yeah.
absorb them.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a role for that or anything on my end.
You're gonna hug them. Just hug them into yourself. Feel the love.
Yeah, exactly though.
I'm all for hugs, but that's just like, no. Too far.
When we do the
does-
post game, I've got some of my original thing. Power was gonna be a little more fucked up. So
Okay. I don't know why you're laughing, but all right.
Read the chat. Read the chat.
When you bring the 3 of them together into you we're gonna get a little contemporary here with descriptions.
sure.
You feel the honey seep into your fur. And you sort of feel these people, in a way, become one with you. And you hear the voice that was trying to reach you for so long.
I was trying to make them stop. We didn't want this, but we trusted they knew best.
No.
I have
Look at
chosen
them all.
wrong again.
No. It's simply how things have to be.
I do not accept that.
You love them all very much, don't you?
I love them as they are me.
Yes. Yeah, we understand. Well, they'll never be alone again.
Do you wish to help us?
Yes.
How would you do so?
We don't know.
An will become one with you. At this rate.
Be it.
You understand the consequences.
It wouldn't be the first time our body and mind have hosted guests.
And if she fades eventually,
All things must.
indeed. Will you be my next beacon?
That's what it takes.
You might not live long.
We weren't expecting to.
Then know this. We are choosing to trust you. We know of your capabilities. And know that all of us in the Hive love you.
Thank you.
You will never be alone, though I don't think you ever were.
Maybe not.
Perhaps it will give you some relief that we never were either.
Yes, we think so. Thank you for this gift.
I'm sorry for what? We're never quite understood, you see, and I don't know if they will understand.
It's okay. It's okay.
I know. But you can tell yourself that as much as you need to, child. We are with you. You can't be hurt in that way ever again.
Thank you.
And as Mobius becomes a different kind of whole, that is where we will be taking our break this evening. We'll be right back. Hello, checkers and pleasers. We are back to the Legends of Aedron ceremony. Welcome, welcome, everyone. So, previous to our break, we had the group of Edenites and Maleferans come to conflict as Lua submerged herself into the font and came out as a monstrous creature for drinking too deeply of the honey. The group fought and Alsark fell twice. Sorry.
Technically, I didn't fall twice. I fell once, and then I got stabbed on the ground. There's only one case of falling.
Anyways, then Mobius turned into a giant fox and absorbed some of the cultists, and then the cultists became them, and that was cool, guys.
Yeah.
And don't worry about it. Sorry, Alsark. Sorry. Sorry. You will be missed. I already miss you. You were the best of us.
Yep. They were.
They'll last me tonight. They'll make movies about me.
Yep.
As we turn our attention back to this scene, while Mobius is in this state of conversation, we'll say, you all see this fox form that they take on once in a while, usually with the most dire instances. You see this chitin appear in sheets down their arms and tails and body, and it almost looks like layered armor going on it.
It's so fucking cool.
It has ridges, and it almost appears like a mask or helmet, like protective face guard around it, as its eyes just become a bit more rounded as the
Compound.
the compound eyes kind of morph together with the more angular eye shape of the fox. Each tail has this kind of armor-like chitin, and the bees in the temple make this noise that almost sounds like cheering as their new beacon is chosen.
Keni?
The Petra?
Sorry, that was catch my back of my throat. Sorry that. Keni. Sorry, I can't. It's hard to say it in.
Get out of there.
I'm trying to
Be British.
British. There we go.
That was excellent, by the way. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you. Keni. I can't. Okay.
Sorry, I was thrown. I tried. My brain thought to respond to Petra. I was like, no. That's
Right?
not his name.
Okay. Okay, fine. How about Mobius? Are you still?
We're here.
What is all this?
We did something, as you asked.
Where are the Maleferans?
They're with us. We're good.
Seviril swivels his head towards the to Ren. You should go.
She looks back and forth, and then she kneels down it looks like she's about to kneel down, and then she kind of shakes her head, and then she moves closer to Mobius and then puts a hand on her chest.
Put a little paw on her shoulder. Not that little.
Pat on head.
Cute.
And She nods and waits for your direction.
I move over towards Alsark. Mobius.
Is it your turn?
Oh, I didn't know if it was it.
No,
I thought we
we're-
were out of combat. Oh, my apologies.
Don't worry about it.
Apologies. I thought we were out of combat there.
Debatable. We'll
Okay.
see.
Got it.
I'm very much waiting for my turn, so it's fine.
Yeah, to be fair, Ren did move.
That's fair too.
That's what I thought.
Are we
Yeah.
are we out of combat?
Let's say
'Cause-
we're out of combat unless someone
excellent. In
does
that case,
something.
yeah, Alsark or yeah, sorry, Seviril. You can go ahead and do that. Then this will happen at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Roz lands and immediately casts a spell.
Okay. What is the spell?
Greater teleport.
What do you
Oh.
Can you tell me what's
Yeah,
happening?
So sure. So from Roz's point of view, Mobius just tried to kill Gaius and killed a bunch of people, and then themselves started to turn into the same bee monsters that everyone else is. So as far as Roz is concerned, not only is the mission a failure at like an objective level, it's now a total failure because now Mobius has been corrupted. So she's getting the fuck out of here.
Okay.
So she lands, touches all three of the people next to her, and is casting Greater Teleport to go back to Serica.
Is
the,
several I'm sorry, when you say 3, you mean several too?
Yeah. Everybody that's in touch range there, I'm taking with me.
Does anyone resist?
Nope.
Yeah, my destination point is my mom's house.
Are you taking Alsark's body as well?
Yeah, I'm taking Alsark's spot. I'm going to bring it back the next day. I just have to prep a spell.
Ooh.
This is a total failure as far as Roz is concerned.
Makes sense.
Several. You hear a voice in your head. It isn't finished yet.
No.
You're welcome to stay behind, buddy.
No. And he steps away.
Good luck.
All right. Rosalyn, Gaius, and the body of Alsark flutter away in an amount of petals and feathers suddenly. And they're gone.
I have a chance to say anything before they disappear. I'll just...
You do have a chance. Please do.
Be well, friends. Live long, happy lives.
You tried to absorb me, man.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. Look.
If Roz had a hand, there'd be a middle finger.
Oh. Wow. Sheesh. I get the Gaius thing, but also, can you really blame me?
Yes.
He's a fucking psycho.
Oh, we'll right. We'll break that in at checkpoint. But yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's a leashed psycho.
Yeah, I know. Well, Dick, he went off the leash. He started attacking people.
He was told to protect Alsark.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, we can do this at checkpoint.
Yeah. I don't think it's out of character. I just.
During this time, the half-orc, Petunia, comes out, and they are an abomination, though much lesser to what Lua was.
Mobius, you must see all this as madness.
What do you think we're doing?
I'm not terribly sure. It seems to me like you've thrown your lot in with these points to what was their name again? To
Petunia?
Petunia.
This abomination.
these abominations.
Eden does not suffer abominations. There are no abominations under her grace. If it breathes.
Do you think this grace?
Yes. Do you really think so little of her creations, of the insects, of the mold, of the grass, that you would curse it? If it lives, if it exists under her, it does with her permission.
These creatures should not exist.
By your judgment.
By any measure, they would not exist throughout some sort of divine pool.
Neither would you.
Run that by me again.
Is Eden's seed not a wellspring of divinity? Truly, do you think so little of her? That you think she passes an eye over any of her creations with hate?
This is
Who
not.
has taught you her ways? You are
This is pest
demonstrating
control.
hate. There are no pests. There are no pests, Seviril. We were pest control. Once, our family died for such beliefs. Our friend was cast away because of this kind of hate.
Look at that person behind you now.
Imagine all of creation turning to that. I
Won't.
will not allow it.
They will not either. They do not intend this. We do not intend this.
Just because you do not intend it doesn't mean it won't happen.
All of creation will occur like that accidentally. You truly do think little of her. That you must chaperone her creation all by yourself.
I will do what I must, but these creatures will not leave this building.
Mobius, you feel Lua crying. She's not alone, but she's tired of running. She's tired of hiding, and you can feel her hatred for the knife ears. Plain and simple. It's deep-seated in her soul. And you can feel On trying to comfort. She's, in an odd sense, seems the most understanding of whatever the situation is. And in a figurative sense, you can feel her hand being placed on your shoulder. And she trusts you. And she presses her forward against yours. He won't go quietly.
I'm gonna cast Summon Nature's Ally to have a tree come out of the ground.
Okay.
Conveniently, wherever there's ruins, in the future when there happen to be trees in there. And I'm going to
continuity.
Transport via plants and create a doorway in it. And I'm going to have the other end lead to Avon.
All right.
I'll let whoever goes through it go through it.
You see,
Do I have time?
Tierna's
do I have
still
time to
stuck.
cast-
I mean, that would be two
Can I-
rounds, really. So
Yeah.
I was gonna cast heal on myself.
If that's what you want to do.
You said 2 rounds, you said?
Yeah, the tree is 2 rounds.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is cast heal on myself. Bring myself back up to full thing. And then I'd like to Mobius, I have failed you, and I am sorry. And I am going to cast my the breaker spell.
Could you describe that one? Is that
sure
is that
can.
your is that your
Yes.
special power? Okay.
That is. It's called, let me pull this up. It's called Spectral Inquisition. And I'm going to use all charges
Okay.
of my Inquisition on this. Or half of for judgment, half of my judgments on you'll get what I'm going with. 1d6 Spectral Inquisitors, and I can bump that per charge of judgment, can be summoned for 5 rounds. Each and then can be extended for 1d6 per charge of judgment. And they can either, each individual one, converge on a specific person or converge all on one. Subject must make a will save or take 1d6 per 2 caster levels of psychic damage. If they fail the will save...
Wait.
Oh.
I don't think we're gonna do more than
Okay.
the Inquisitors at a time. You just do the roll for that.
Okay. So 1d6 Spectral Inquisitors?
Correct.
And then... Okay. And I can't bump that with any more charges of judgment, correct?
No.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is just a one-time thing.
Okay. Sounds good. And I will roll that for you.
And
cool.
Just
That
describe
is,
to me what this looks like.
Seviril takes his sword, places it in front of him, and starts
Maybe a little bit
chanting.
closer to the mic.
Seviril takes his sword and places it in front of him and starts chanting towards Eden. And from the ground grow these or they basically come into being, not direct copies of himself, but just these shape of other Inquisitors that kind of see through, but not completely.
Right. That is 4 Sevirils, I guess, that are around for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just...
For 5 rounds.
For 5 rounds. Let me just throw these bitches up.
Oh my
Your
god.
wife will be delighted.
Will she?
Skrewy says, if you're not going to be here to kill him, I'll have my own team.
All right.
Basically.
So Ren has left, but Tierna and Petunia stayed. And the fox is watching you all.
Yield, Mobius. Please.
What does yielding look like? You stand there with your sword raised.
Shape out of your form
I'll do so. I'll change back to Changeling.
And you feel the chitinous skin go back within you. And you feel mellifera in the bees around you, in the honey in the font, in the people next to you. It's a strange oneness that's comforting. And you are not an abomination when you go back to your mortal form.
I'd argue we weren't an abomination to begin with, but...
Oh, you are.
Wow.
Wow.
You're not here.
This setting kind of blows. Just evil in the root of it. Well, I turn back and I'm just going to walk towards the real Seviril very slowly, patiently. Assuming he doesn't cut me down, I'm going to give him a hug.
Renounce this madness.
Anyone come through the portal I made by any chance?
No.
I didn't really have any slots to send or anything, so I can't communicate further than that, but I'm not trying to flee.
And as that one still an abomination in the back there?
Yeah. They're just waiting for their beacon. They can't control what happened to their body. Sorry. Jeez.
This temple creates monsters.
That would definitely seem to be so. We can heal.
Burn.
I'm sorry, but no. Have you
We can't
cast
heal
your
itself, huh?
lot? Have you cast your lot with them?
The fox pads up to the side of Mobius and looks at Seviril.
No. Of course not. We still love you.
Have you chosen the Maleferans?
We've accepted them.
Then I truly am sorry. You are beyond saving.
And unfortunately,
The fox pushes Mobius out of the way when you go to strike.
Oh no, okay.
full strike.
Okay.
Like as I go to strike, like
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm not able
You-
to stop. Kind of.
You're already
Yep.
in swing. Roll.
You got it.
Okay.
Let's see. Where are you? There we go. Combat. Do. That's 40, 42, which is a critical threat, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That
It's
confirms,
successful,
and
yep.
a 27.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So, as the fox pushes Mobius out of the way, here's what happens.
No, I know.
Mobius ain't happy about this either, I should say.
You see your sword go into the fox, and a moment later, you realize it's your wife.
I know it. I know it.
You see Avon's body go limp as your sword finishes its full strike through her. And she looks up at you and she says, I didn't want you to be a monster. And the light fades from her eyes.
No. This wasn't supposed to happen. We were ready. We were ready for this. Not again.
End them. He calls to his spectral inquisitors to move upon Mobius, and then to move upon the other two.
Okay.
You. Why did it have to be you?
Beg your pardon.
Do I need to submit another attack on Mobius?
Maybe. It depends on which one is which. I'm gonna let Mobius take a second.
Okay.
You hear Mellifera's voice.
I told you he wouldn't go.
Didn't understand Mellifera's voice, I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't understand us?
I just didn't understand what you said that was.
Oh, sorry. I told you he wouldn't go.
You're right. I'm sorry. We let you down.
I'm the only one who can let me down. But I will not let you go without a fight. What can I be of service to you? To us?
You must flee this place.
Where do you need to go?
Anywhere but here.
Seviril? Oh, sorry. Let me get out of his voice.
Let me just stop being Mellifera.
Mellifera's addressing you, Seviril.
You
so
evil
hold up.
creature! I will end you!
Seviril, you feel the earth quaking. The ground is lifting far more than it ever has between all the fighting that's been taking place here. And you see the person in front of you as you go to strike dissipates into bees.
No!
And you see the swarm go around those of the followers left behind. And they too are taken somewhere far from here, safe from you. And
He starts wrecking shit.
and you
How
hear
the fuck did Seviril convince me he wasn't a bad guy last time?
I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, Gaius is the psycho.
I was gonna kill him, but he hadn't attacked anybody. He followed my orders. Look, I agree. I was honestly hoping he would break sooner.
Sorry, Keni, you were saying?
Seviril, you hear a voice now. My child.
Oh, my child. Oh, you've been so far
This was fun. I did not think you would be as fun of a plaything as you are. My goodness, my goodness.
Who are you?
Why, I'm your best friend Eden, the goddess who's been guiding you, obviously.
Can I do a
Give me a religion check.
You got it. Let's see. Oof, garbage. 19.
Might be a god. Might be a weird, evil thing.
It's still on.
I don't care. We're here now. This is where we live.
Would detect alignment be applicable here?
I'm just gonna stop you right there. It's fucking evil as shit. It might have been the evilest presence you've ever discovered. And very chaotic, to say at the least.
Why?
Well, let's just say I was bored. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny on just one little world if I just messed with my mother's things?
How long? How long have you been leading me astray?
Since the moment you heard me.
Oh, my sweet child. How you need to leave this place and discover new lands, to guide people to me.
Do you know how easy it is to find people like you when you think so highly of yourself? Don't get me wrong, I think highly of myself, so I get it. I just thought it'd be fun.
You ruined countless lives for your petty enjoyment.
No. You did for me.
I will. Forever. Find a way to at least inflict a little pain upon you. I don't know how, I don't know when.
I doubt that.
And you see your forms turn to you as you stand there.
Whose magic do you think you call from? It's definitely not hers. No. You are such an insignificant speck in the world. You mean nothing. But I will say, it has been a pleasure to play with you. And I'm gonna switch my voice.
Several, the forms of you see all move in unison as they stab into you. And continue to stab into you. Until your body falls to the ground. With your last dying thoughts, what are you thinking?
Sorrow. Sorrow for my wife. Sorrow for my child.
You see her body laying there next to you.
I reach, I die.
And that is where Seviril's story ends. Now, we're going to go through this here and there. We're going to start with Gaius and Rosalyn. Rosalyn, you have teleported you and your friends back to your home where your moms live. And you have Alsark's body in front of you. And Gaius stands there next to you.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It was the first place I could think of.
No, it's quite lovely. Why are we here? Should we not be back where we just were?
You
Fighting?
No. I think we both saw Mobius get corrupted by the same thing that was corrupting everyone else. So our mission's over, buddy. It's failed.
That could have gone better.
Yeah.
I'm just
glad that thing didn't get you too.
Yeah, that didn't look like it would have been fun. I'm sorry I couldn't protect Alsark better.
You did your best.
I know you told me I should.
You did your
he'll
best.
Look down at Alsark's body.
I don't blame you.
Are you all right?
I'll be okay eventually. Sorry, my heart's still going like a mile a minute. Mom?
Bless.
Are you home?
I brought a present.
Me. Need you to not freak out, okay?
Adorable.
Oh boy.
I love it.
So what happens now?
Well, you're gonna have to stay here for a couple of days, probably, while I get everything fixed with Alsark here. But then I can take you back to the circle.
I'm not sure where I'll go from there. I'm not good by myself.
I know, buddy. But I'm well, this was my last mission. So I'm done being in the church. You've been really helpful, and I know that you'll find someone that can take my place.
Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for accepting me the way that Laerian did.
I mean, it was never your fault, so it seems silly to hold you responsible. Yeah, but just wait here. Don't go out the front door because it's a bit of a drop. So just don't think that you can just like walk out and then like go somewhere else. You're gonna be kind of stuck here for a little bit.
I'll go where you tell me.
Yeah, just make yourself comfortable. There's a place to sit over there, and then there's yeah.
Oh, you dropped these, by the way, and Gaius will reach in and pick up bring out some of the feathers that you were kind of shedding prior. I know you usually give these to people who are special to you, so...
Buddy. And I walk up.
I didn't think you were trying to give them to Eden, so
give
I
a hug.
No.
Buddy.
Gaius will kind of awkwardly hug back like they're not really sure what they're supposed to be doing here, but they'll...
Hey, tell you what, you keep all of those, okay?
You don't need them?
No, I grow more all the time. It's okay. But if they're special to you, then please hold on to them.
I thought they were special to you, but I think maybe they are special to me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Moms, here
That's new.
And you start to hear this flapping at the door as you see your mom poke her head in. Oh, it is bath time for one thing, and
Oh,
what are you doing home?
hey Mom, I need you to not freak out. I'm back. I'm. You got my letter, right? I hope. Anyway,
Yeah.
Don't worry. This person here, they'll be alive in like a day. They're only temporarily dead.
Notices the corpse.
Gaius will
to
just
not-
kind of smile at the
need you to not
Sayakan
freak
who's
out.
just flapped in. Gaius standing there over this dead body. Gaius, with his hands still bloody from having been beating up the others back in the church. So Gaius will just sort of,
It's been a
hello.
It's been a pretty hectic day. So I'm sorry. I
She
didn't
rushes
mean-
up and hugs you.
Oh,
Aww.
thanks, Mom.
I missed you, Rosie.
And at that, Roz just sort of melts and starts to cry.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. I think I might cry.
Are you okay? Do you need food? I can make dinner. Should we put him on a... I'm gonna let you take care of that, but do you want dinner? I can make your favorite. I'll make your favorite. Okay? You look like you're
Thanks.
starving. Have you been eating well? Is this
I eat-
blood? Do you have
It's
blood on
a little
you?
bit. It's a little bit of blood, but it's okay. We're all right. I mean, except for Alsark. But like I said, he'll be okay tomorrow. It's
Either way,
just gonna.
It's mostly Alsark's blood.
It's mostly Alsark's blood. I'm sorry. I will clean this up. I promise. But
Some of it might be mine.
some of it might be Gaius. That's true.
Are you
we'll-
hurt?
we'll-
Are you hurting? What can I do?
No.
Tell Mama.
I'm okay.
Tell Mama
I'm
what
okay.
she needs to do.
Just, it's okay. If you want to just start on dinner, or if you want to,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get some extra blankets,
Okay.
and I'm gonna set up a nest
Okay.
bed for Gaius. This is Gaius, by the way. Gaius, this is
Hi.
Mom.
Hello.
He's a member of the church, like me. Well,
It's wonderful to
you-
meet someone who would take care of my baby girl.
Always.
He's not so bad. Just hops away to the kitchen. I have missed you so much. I've been planning for this day, but I thought, it'd be a different day. So I wasn't exactly plan, but this is
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to have you home. And you're and she kind of pokes her head out. You're staying, right?
I do have to pop away for like a half a day in a couple of days to send my friends back to church, but
But you'll
I'll
come
be right
home.
back after that. Yeah, I'll be right back after that. I think I have a lot of catching up to do around here.
That's all that matters. Whatever you need, sweetheart. Okay?
Where's Ma?
Well, it's bath time. I kind of
You rushed the bath again? You know that you know that's how you got mites that time, right?
Karina will be in shortly. She just has to finish her bath, and she likes taking time for that.
And being thorough and not getting mites. I'm only
I do
Mom.
not need to be lectured by my daughter, Rosie. She hops over. Are you coming home and trying to parent me now?
I mean, no, Mom, I'm not trying to parent you.
She gives you a little peck on your forehead. That's what I thought.
Thumbs up.
And she takes like the end feather and just lifts up your chin. Definitely lost weight. We can fix that.
Oh, I mean, I think I'm at a pretty reasonable weight. I mean,
I feel like you haven't eaten enough. What have you been eating? Just vegetables?
Mostly, yeah, mostly vegetables.
Rosie!
What? I mean, I'm like 95 pounds.
Rosie!
That's plenty. That's plenty. That's plenty.
Rosie,
What?
I told you that when you left, you were supposed to take care of yourself.
Sorry, Mom.
And eventually you hear the flapping of your other mom's wings. And Karina pops her head out. Or did you
Ma!
write down your mom's names? I just have to check. It's been a hot minute.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. But I'm happy to call them Mom and Ma, so.
Mom and
whatever.
Ma it is. Let's go.
That's how Roz would call them.
Wasn't exactly expecting
Let's
this tonight. And your Ma kind of pops her head in. Rosalyn.
Hey,
Welcome
Ma.
home. You're early.
I
you
am.
have
Don't
friends.
Don't mind the body. It's temporary. It's my friend Alsark. He died a lot today.
I
More than
didn't
usual.
kill him.
More than usual.
For the record.
But Gaius here. This is Gaius, by the way.
It's a pleasure.
Did his best to help, but they're just gonna have to stay for the day until I can send them back to the church tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm sorry about the mess. I swear I'll clean it up.
Good. And she just winks at you. Now come here.
Oh.
Let me look at you. And she just
Moves forward.
brings you into
hugs.
a big ol' hug. You smell like dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a rough day.
That's pretty awful. Here. And she looks you over. Well, your mother's cooking.
Mhm.
Is there anything that I can do or that you want to do while we're waiting? I mean, we could probably fly him around if need be, if you want to go somewhere.
I think I just kind of want to stay here, actually. Is that silly? I feel like I've been all over the world so many times, and now I finally just kind of want to be at home.
Sit down, Rosalyn. Let's talk. And loud enough so your mom can hear.
You got it.
And your mom's making dinner, the smell of home, and your favorite meal, at least when you used to live here.
Yeah. What they remember is favorite meal, but
Mhm.
a bit dated probably.
Yeah, it's a little bit. And you all eat dinner together while a dead body exists close by.
I have been imagining this entire scene with Alsark, just like Family Guy death posing.
Family Guy death posing with a cloud of flies. Yeah.
This is just
Yep.
how life is in like Project Zomboid.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Best we could do.
Yeah.
And you talk, and they're friendly to Gaius. They kind of tilt their heads sometimes when they're unsure, but it seems like they take everything in stride, and there's definitely some characteristics that you can see Rosalyn took from her mom's. There's this openness, this kindness, this curiosity. But in the same sense, Rosalyn is entirely herself, unique and special in her own way. And that will never change. In that very matter, she's probably changed Gaius's life because of that kindness. And her mothers are following suit. Oh, geez. What's happening?
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was sending you.
I thought I
worry
was
about
getting a message that my my voice thing was wrong, and I was like, have I been
No.
talking as a bug this entire time?
You've been talking as Mellifera the entire time.
I was like, no. I got scared.
No, I was just putting a little bit of extra info in the voice chat.
And as you all eat mac and cheese with pork cubes in it,
Good choice.
we will move the
Delicious.
camera over to where Mellifera took Mobius.
Where might that be?
Mobius, you find yourself at the edge of a forest. You collate back together with your fellow Melliferans at the edge of the Emerald Forest. And you feel this somberness from Lua. This want to go home, but knowing that it's not there. And she
Home's
just...
here with us now.
Say that again?
Home's here with us now.
I know. I'm so sorry. I've just lived every day so scared.
So have we.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
And
Neither of us
on,
have to be alone anymore.
you feel on there. And it feels more of a sense of contemplation. Thank you.
Thank you. We've lost much today, and we're not sure if some of those losses could be avoided, but we're not alone anymore.
I'll be here as long as you need me.
We know.
It seems some memories were a bit strong for all of us to come here. I think they'll find us, though. The rest of the Melliferans. I don't know if it's
Someday.
instinctual or what, but those who need it, those who need us and her, but you can't make the same mistakes that I did.
We could. We can't be certain of the future. That's not our role.
Then we'll try to do
Oh.
better.
Yes. We were just going to say the same thing.
Well, we are us.
Mm-hmm.
Is us
And I'm
being
here with-
scary? And you hear Lua's voice.
Sorry, what did she say?
Is us being us scary?
Being alive is scary,
Yes, it is.
but it's a little less scary together.
Yeah. Where should we go now?
Let's go find a new home.
Okay. I think that sounds like a good plan. I like this. Perhaps, even if we don't succeed in in helping her. Perhaps we can lay down something to help the future.
All she wanted was your happiness and comfort. So we've already succeeded. Now we just have to build the future.
I have an idea.
Yeah, by all means.
We're so far away from the temple. We need a way to speak to her easier. Can we make something? We could try.
I've got my staff with the amber embedded into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this could make something useful.
Let's do more. Let's make more.
Yes. Let's. But first, we should find something to eat. We're starving.
I'm so hungry. No honey right now. Maybe later.
Start heading through the woods, trying to find an opening, an exit.
Yeah. And eventually you find it. And when you look across the horizon at this open world, you see the sun rising.
What is it rising over? Like, what's the horizon look like, if I may ask?
It is red plains, grass tall as can be. These are safe lands. People are free to go through it, as long as they don't disturb the centaurs. And there's an open horizon in front of you of endless possibility.
And we'll head towards that possibility.
In the morning, the same morning that this Mobius walks forward into, Rosalyn is able to conduct a ceremony to bring Alsark back to life. Alsark, do you come back?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I want my kids to learn a real lesson.
Beardy, can you describe to me what Alsark wakes up to?
Sure. So, in the morning, I had gone out and procured the material components needed to cast the spell, make it back to the house, have the body set up on the roof, arms folded across like the stomach, and as the sun is coming up over the horizon, take out a feather, lay it on the chest of Alsark, and reach out to Eden's mercy and see if we can person a second chance, third chance. But yeah, what they'll wake up to is they'll open their eyes and they'll see a sky of unbroken blue in every direction. They see a horizon of jagged mountains covered with houses and small caverns and perches. Further up and down the mountain, there are areas where there are larger constructions and ponds and waterfalls, any number of other things that have been built over here over the generations. And he'll also see a very relieved Roz sitting there.
Well, I will say, it's a much nicer sight than the last thing I saw.
Sorry, I wasn't able to get you back as fast this time.
Oh. Where am I?
This is you're on top of my mom's house. This is Sarah. Welcome to my home. I
Hi,
guess.
sweetheart. Hello. You're alive now. Yay.
Also, that's my mom,
Hi.
and that's Ma.
Hi.
Pleasure.
This is Alsark.
You are a really wonderful guest, honey.
Please don't embarrass me in front of.
We're not going to embarrass you, Rozzy.
Okay.
I apologize to impose, but what happened?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but I'll do my best. So
I couldn't protect you. Gaius will just pipe up from kind of the corner where he's sort of sitting.
Yeah, we're
with that.
on the roof of the house.
Yeah, no, the corner of the roof. Like, completely ignoring the fact that one good gust and he's toast.
Please don't fall, guys.
But yeah, he's wearing that
Yeah,
same
fall,
sort of
guys.
just empty smile, but there's kind of something in his eyes. Maybe, guilt, perhaps, but he was told to do something and he couldn't protect Alsark.
So, Alsark, you know how the Maleferans kept jumping into the honey and they kept coming out as monsters?
Yes.
Well, apparently, Mobius did that thing where they turn into like the big wolf creature, and then they like grabbed a bunch of the Maleferans and just pulled them in, like into their body, like absorbed them, and then they started turning into the same kind of bee monster that the others were already. I don't exactly know what that means, but it's bad. So I got us out of there. I'm sorry. I think our mission failed.
Alsark looks like their face falls, just knowing that.
I tried to rescue several, but didn't want to come with.
Do you know if he's all right?
Don't.
Well, we'll need to talk to Avon then.
Yeah, we'll talk to Avon as soon as we're back. Well, I have the spells ready. Once you're, well, I mean, take a few minutes, get your breath, have a meal, and then I can teleport us all to the circle to put you and Gaius back at the church. But then I'll be heading out again for the last.
I understand.
I'm sorry things went this way.
I'm sorry this is the last thing you got to see.
I got to see plenty before this, so I think this all sort of balances out. Mostly.
Bit of a sour note, though, isn't it?
It is. It is. Yeah, it is a sour note to go out on, but it's not every mission can succeed, and.
But how am I feeling, DM Daddy?
You were definitely in the embrace of Eden. You were rooted in place and safe. And you weren't dragged back or anything. You were asked back. And your body feels fine. But I think only you can determine how your heart feels.
Okay. I mean, so there's no pain or anything, no lingering?
No.
Okay.
Whatever bad thing happened is past.
Your students got out.
Oh, like Eden.
They escaped a little bit before I did. So I think they'll be okay.
Well, I hope I can find them at some point.
Yeah, they They probably still think
confused.
they probably still think you're dead. So yeah, I might be able to get word to them.
Thank you.
If you give me like another day, I can prepare sending and let them know. I just need to know they're. But yeah, welcome back.
I suppose Alsark will make his way off the roof then. So it'd be like you'd go into like the house then. Is that?
Yeah, there's skylights.
Alsark, how are you feeling? Either thinking or emotionally, what's going through your mind?
I'd say that there's two things going through Alsark's mind that just keep on popping up almost in a cyclical motion. Is one, this deep guilt, regret at the failure of their mission, because the whole point, the whole like honoring of his name, of the Horendesh, is that they are to be trusted to be the pillars of like success, of like taking care of the community, and just the fact that he failed that, he feels like is a tarnish on this like brilliant sculpture almost. By the other hand, he is thinking about how he just died twice and almost never got to, and almost left his family without him. And he's wondering if he can really go on a mission like this ever again. If he can actually be asked by the Edenites for something like this again. By this as in a mission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he might be done with missions.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious, as the next day rolls in, do you go and attempt to find Avon? What is the series of events that take place to you guys?
So I would imagine that once Alsark had sort of settled in and were okay with being alive again, maybe after a meal, sure.
That's all it takes, just a good meal.
A good meal and like, you know, just sitting in a nice chair for a minute.
Lots of doting from very sweet mothers.
True.
They're great.
They would dote on Alsark a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
So yeah, after a little bit of that, Roz would probably offer to teleport 3 of them back to the Church of Eden, the Grove. That would likely be the same day, so maybe an hour later, hour or two,
Mhm.
depending on when Alsark felt okay.
And
Do you think we would send sending then to Seviril and
Don't have
Avon?
it prepped, but yeah.
Okay.
I can do that tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah.
when you go back to the Grove, there's sort of a sporadic energy about it. Everyone's very unsure. No one has had contact with Avon in longer than they should not have contact with Avon. And those of the first circle are trying to figure out what they need to do, and some of the Hierophants are there to speak to those and figure out what must needs be done.
And we see that at the Grove.
You do.
Okay.
for some reason, she's gone no contact.
So, definitely, Alsark would inform them of what he witnessed, what happened to his team that they know of.
And as you report what everyone remembers, the last thing everyone saw, still the murmurs are confused on how Avon could be gone. They understand that her husband is there, and then a man with starry eyes clears his throat. And a hush falls upon the grove. And he speaks out to everyone. And I am personally not going to narrate for him, because I will not do him justice. And I feel like it makes him seem more elusive if I speak of what he said.
I accept.
You accept?
I accept, yeah. Thank you.
Perhaps I could ask his player.
Shit.
What would...
I didn't have a speech prepared.
Oh, it's too bad. I don't think he's saying a speech.
Did he have a speech prepared?
Yeah, what would he? What would the Hierophant of Eden, Corona, say as everyone sort of comes to a familiar conclusion in their mind of what might have happened as people cannot get a hold of her?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I feel like it's safe to assume he would have means of telling whether or not Avon was dead. So we'll come in here with the assumption that he is aware of the situation, or at least aware of enough of the situation to start to make a judgment call.
There's at least a tree in that temple where he could check in on.
Yeah. My friends, tragedy has befallen us. The mission sent out to confront the Maleferans has not gone well. It appears that Avon, in hopes of watching over her pupil, placed herself into danger, and she will not be returning. It appears that much of her group has also suffered from this. It is a time of mourning and of acceptance of what has happened. We must be vigilant and remain on the lookout of any additional threats coming from the Maleferan. Their practice of blood magic and of callousness in the face of life. It's something that we must teach them a better road. And it is my belief that they can learn that they are not set in their ways and that they are capable of growth. But we must be the stewards that can do this for them. I will speak with the first circle, and an election will take place, and a Grand Druid will be selected within the next week. I wish everyone to spend that time reflecting upon the life and the accomplishments of Avon. Thank you.
And it's quiet for a long time. And then everyone continues on with their life. there's no way to stop life when it's in existence, and it must go on. And so the Edenites continue and try their best. I'm going to ask the players if you have any final thoughts or things that you think your characters would do for the rest of their lives that you would like to share with the audience.
Well, I have one more immediate thing.
Please.
In traveling through plants, I'd like to visit Mizuki again.
When you come home, she smiles at you, and she has a cup of tea waiting for you. Took you long enough.
It's been a day, but yes. I suppose it gets lonely around here, but we've brought more company.
Well, you'll have to introduce me. I'm not good with names, so you're going to have to remind me, all right?
Of course.
Good.
You'd be surprised to believe it, but neither are we.
Well, I guess we'll be several peas in a pod then.
I think we just kind of suddenly break down there with all the stress of what happened with Yvonne and stuff. And we'll just kind of lunge into her arms crying.
Yes, yes. I know it hurts. It always will. But that's
Yes,
why
it
we
will.
find people to help mend. And she holds you for as long as you need to.
Probably a lot longer than we have time for in real life.
We'll do our best.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Now, you tell me your story. And I'll tell you ours. And she looks at the picture that's near the incense. And the camera will kind of move in a way to Alsark. What do you do with the rest of your life?
Well, upon leaving the grove, he'll obviously return to his wife and child, and will embrace them quickly. I do not think he would tell them what happened fully, but he will take at least 3 years of a break from teaching, from pretty much doing anything that's outside of like just being there with his family. And eventually he will continue doing what he always did, which is teaching others how to survive in the bitter cold. But perhaps with this time more of a, not stress, but of a inner anxiety and knowledge of, I guess, how short life can be.
Eventually one day, years from now, Alsark will receive a letter from Kel and Maru saying they've married. And they still think Alsark is past. So they've written all their memories and fondness of him in the letter for your wife and child. And
Like what? Why are they saying you died?
why are they saying you died twice? The scars.
It's like, we're sorry for your loss? What did we lose?
And when you get it, because you picked up the mail, it is your choice on whether or not to share it with your family. But you do read the fondness that your students have of you. And although they note that they appreciate you and mourn you and are grateful for everything you are, they also have noted that they're not quite sure if any sort of religion fits them yet, and that they're just trying to figure it out day by day.
Is there any... I assume that the lettering system doesn't have return addresses in Aedron.
Probably not. I mean, people travel a lot. Maybe some people who have, like, houses or something do. Weird. But they do not have a return address for you.
In
But,
that
you know,
case,
sending magic exists, so...
That's why I think Alsark will get into contact with someone in one of the cities who has access to, like, message or, some kind of sending spell. And will invite them to, let them know that he is alive, that he was brought back by his friend, and that if they ever are able to, he would love to meet with them again at his house.
And one day, years from now, they do visit. And they have a kid.
Aww.
And they've named them Alsark.
Aww.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Now we move the camera over to Gaius. What do you do after you and Rosalyn separate?
Well, that separation will have been more difficult for Gaius than I think he may have realized, and that won't be apparent to anyone, really. Maybe not even Rosalyn, but he'll be gripping onto that feather just a little bit tighter than one might imagine. He will bid her goodbye with that same empty smile. He'll eventually make his way to the Holy City, where it all began for him, and he will visit one of the parks and find a small engraved stone on which is written the name Laerian and the dates of birth and death, and he'll stand there for a little while, smiling that empty smile, perhaps reflecting, perhaps trying to figure out where to go next. And from there, eventually, he will make his way to the Temple of Eden in the Holy City. And he will ask to speak with someone. Anyone that they have who can help him better understand where he fits into Eden's plan, and help keep him from ending life where it shouldn't be ended. just as he did all those years ago, when he knew that he was a killer and that he wanted to kill, but then he also knew that if he didn't kill the right people and killed the wrong people, well, that would just make his life so much more difficult. So just as he was guided once by Laerian and then guided by Rosalyn, he will search for someone else to be his conscience and help him make the decisions that he simply can't understand. And in that way, in that roundabout and very paradoxical way, as a part of Eden's creation, he will do his best to serve the servants of Eden for whatever time he has remaining.
Eventually, Gaius does find someone. Probably someone he might not have expected. She was a very young school teacher who worshipped Eden. And whatever bounds Gaius might think he is lacking, it seemed she had too much. If someone was in pain, she would be in pain. And it was a lot for her to deal with. And in an odd sense, when Gaius came into her life, it felt as though she finally could breathe. And though Gaius was a lot older, she took that time to be around him and care for him, but also, in an odd way, guide him, young as she may have been, expressed how she felt about things, and questioned him about what he didn't. And the two were friends for as long as they needed to be. Rosalyn, how does your life go?
So, the day after she gets back from the church for the last first thing she does is she gives her mom's a big hug, and then sets off to try to find Llewellyn to see if she's around. And if she's able to find Llewellyn, she will spend as much time with her as she possibly can. And in her downtime, she will probably end up starting a little shrine to Eden there in the Saracen Mountains. And she'll tend that and devote the rest of her life to serving the community, healing the sick, guiding people best she could, and for the most part, just trying to be an example of a different way to live your life than the standard.
When Llewellyn finally comes home after her trip around Ville, as she's part of that caravan, when she comes home, she goes to your house to ask your mom questions first, but you're already there. And she doesn't really think about it. She just hops over to you, and it looks like she wants to kiss you, and then she waits a second, and then she keeps opening her mouth and closing it, and then she just says, fuck it, and she kisses you.
Yeah, it wouldn't take that long. So.
And the two of them live for a very long time together. She is a supportive eventual wife who helps out the best she can with all of your healing. She's mostly there for moral support. She doesn't fully understand it. She's also a businesswoman, so she's,
Of course.
you know, she does her thing. Girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight. But for as many people who have seen these two together, it is a known fact that they only have eyes for each other and they love each other unconditionally. Llewellyn tells a story so often about how this cute little owl Harpy just hopped into town and she wasn't even part of the caravan. The story gets more exaggerated every time.
Yeah. Over the years, it gets embellished to the point where it's not even close to the truth anymore. But it's still cute.
It's very cute. And
Roz doesn't correct.
There's no point.
Filled with bee monsters.
Yeah.
And
So there I was, surrounded by zombies.
do you two eventually raise children together?
Yeah, I was thinking probably 2 each. Yeah.
Big
A big old family. Yeah.
And you wouldn't have it any other way, I imagine. Mobius.
We're going to skip over several? Oh, shit.
Oh no, I'm going to tell you how the rest of several.
I have something.
Yeah, well,
oh, it's not going to be.
Maybe. I mean,
We
there's
have one thing to finish for Mobius. We'll get to you, and we'll go back to
a
Mobius.
few
I thought he was
tiny little
dead.
details.
Cool.
Corpses don't talk.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
right.
you might be dead. That doesn't exclude you from having a story in this world.
Very true.
So, Mobius.
Don't think they go by that name at all anymore.
No, but this is just the
Yeah.
general DM talking to you moment.
Yeah. I realize.
How would you like me to present this name for this character who is new?
I don't think there's any add. I think Kaidane will be fine.
Okay. So Kaidane, when you're with Mizuki, she eventually, through your mourning together and being together, eventually, she tells you the story of Yasuko. Once upon a time, there was a very headstrong girl. I imagine you already know. I don't have to explain it that far.
We don't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have the reminder, though.
Yes, well. She was unusual. Probably the most opinionated kid I've ever met. That's my niece for you. You know, it's interesting because her mother was a total pushover. She's probably a little bitch because I raised her. Her mother died in childbirth. It happens. And Yasuko, well, I wasn't gonna let her just die. Good for nothing father just left her, and I picked up the pieces. Anyone would do that for family, I would hope.
We've seen great sacrifices made for families, so we'd agree.
Well, she was a smart kid, but because of that, she got into a lot of fights. People don't like it when you're too smart and talk about it.
Especially when you tell them that you're not smart after all of that.
Yeah. Well, she always It wasn't an issue when she was younger. I mean, it was an issue, but it was sort of funny. I told her to beat them up. That was probably my fault. Yeah.
It's like lose this old lady in this train of thought about children beating each other up. It's like, so I'm gonna tell you the whole story. Anyway, what were we talking about?
But even so, she always had a charm about her. And us in the village, we all sort of looked out for her and liked her. And she always had a habit of getting in trouble, of course. But, you know, I thought she'd outgrow it. And there was a sickness. It spread throughout the country. And this is when she was much older and still headstrong and did whatever the fuck she wanted. And that's my girl, after all. Well, she wanted to do more, and more didn't exactly agree with laws. She thought going out and finding what would actually heal people could be the solution, and we fought for it. We begged. And she moves her white hair back as if that's an insult in itself. I, as her guardian, tried my best to protect her from those who sought to use this as a reason to get rid of someone who was too smart for their own good. And I failed. And I can't take it back.
She didn't suffer.
I came here looking for her. I couldn't find her.
She lived proud, happy, and independent as always. Stubborn as always. And
Good. Did she teach assholes a lesson?
well, we were one of those assholes, so yes.
Good.
Very much so.
Looks like you're better for it.
Significantly.
Good. She cared too much for her own good.
Yeah.
Even when she was hurting.
Yes. Even when she was losing herself. She was never really gone.
We'll be here to remember. And we'll also be here to make sure that her efforts aren't wasted. You hear me?
Of course.
Good.
We have some things we have to do, but it seems that we'll have to stay close. Make sure that we take good care of what she left behind.
My sentiment exactly. I won't let you get far. That would be inappropriate. Your legacy. in a way.
That might be true. We'll do our best to be a good one.
And she pats your hand, moves one of the hands up to her eyes, and just says, I made the tea too hot. It's too steamy in here. Messing
Yes,
with my pores.
Agreed. We think we're gonna go get some fresh air.
Good. And she squeezes your hand, and she lets you go. Seviril.
My rotting corpse, yes.
What do you think a god of chaos and evil would do to you in death?
Oh, they wouldn't let me. They'd want my torment to continue. They'd want me to suffer for all eternity. Just for their enjoyment.
To put it in concepts that we as people understand is a little difficult. But a type of limbo, and not the game.
Dang.
Oh, that sounds pretty torturous.
Rats! Yeah.
Oh, my back.
Damn.
My pussy. My crack. Anyways.
Wow!
A type of limbo where you keep reliving your final mistake over and over again
Mm-hmm.
is a special little hell made just for you.
Yup.
And it's odd because part of you still feels as though Eden was there, but maybe she was shut out and you never knew you were doing it. Worry not. You have until the abyss takes the egg to think about it. Mobius.
Yeah.
Tell me how your life goes.
Well, they're gonna wander for a while, spend their life trying to, heal, show kindness, probably craft some items of mellifera, maybe some items of Eden if that's possible. But I think the former at least would be a way for them to over time channel that absorbed power into something else, so that it's not potentially corrupting them. As a minor point of detail, at some point they'll probably cast sending or buy a scroll or whatever to send to Gaius and apologize for trying to kill him and say they don't think he's a bad person, they were just panicking.
As you
Gaius
do.
will Can I chime in with my response to that?
Oh yeah, because you would get a response. I mean, 25 words, but I'll buy a couple.
No, Gaius will hear that in his head and smile his empty smile and nod and just move on with his life. So no reply.
I think everyone else has got their own feelings more or less made up, but that one was like, yeah, you know what?
That was a dick move.
That was a dick. That wasn't right. And I think so that they stay within. They don't want to live in Wittingen because they just don't want to be in a town. They're kind of really complicated, to put it lately right now. But I was thinking maybe they live nearby. Maybe find someone who's got a lot of life experience and a lot of comfort to share and spend their time with.
You seem to find people who are just similar.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if it's just the way the world works Or maybe it's the way you all work. But for some reason, gruff people who care too much just happen to be part of your life. It's not the same, but it's familiar.
Yeah.
And the companionship is consistent.
Any chance they make friends with a certain snake witch that happens to live nearby? Just really want to know.
Well, since you're avoiding Wittingen
Well,
and
not
that
going
area.
into town.
Okay.
That's yeah. They want to be
Um,
close enough that they can stay friends with Mizuki without living in a town.
I'm going to leave that up to audience interpretation.
Fair enough.
You've seen her in the very least, but I would like some stories to be written for you as well.
That's fair. I had a thought if that were the case, but I don't want to lead this too much.
Okay.
But when it is finally time, if that is a friendship that's gone pretty well for them, I think that they're gonna wild shape one last time when their time comes into a fairy circle, so that they've got bodies for all of themselves.
All right. And you all become one with the earth. Now everyone's lives are led at different times and different settings, and they've all sort of changed and rearranged because of each other. Because of a small moment in time, your paths diverged in such an extreme way that no one could ever have expected them to. What you hold dear may be different. What you fear may be different. But in the very least, I think as someone who loves stories, I would hope, I believe that you change the world. Perhaps some of you shared your experiences. Perhaps some of you learned that there's so much more complexity in life. There's gray areas between good and evil, and the significance of an individual's choice shapes the course of history. And as the sun sets over Vil, over Obrador, or over wherever one might see the horizon, the legacy of these Edenites' lives may disappear in history. And in generations, they may forget their tales of courage, sacrifice, and the resilience of a mortal spirit. Your story becomes one of many, woven into the fabric of our history, forever remembered by those who dared to make a difference in the face of darkness. And so, this legend of Aedron ends with the understanding that history is not just a static account or merely a record of events of the past, but an ongoing tapestry shaped by the narratives of those who live in it. Understand that the truth lies in the collective stories of those who are there, the ones who faced adversity and found the strength to overcome it. These people's tales become part of this grand story, a testament to the power of unity, hope, and the eternal struggle of what it means to live. Thank you, everyone, so much. And that is the end of the ceremony. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll roll with you next time.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.